What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Pass the Barb. I'm Ryan Pinkala, and today is May 19th. It is a Monday. We are on time, and you are listening to yet again the number one outdoor podcast in the world coming to you right now. And we got a full house tonight. We got a great guest. Not only am I here, we got Sam Sobi. What up, brother?
What's shaking? What's shaking, eggs and bacon?
Good to be back.
Back. Yeah, it's good to be back. And it's good to be back on top. There was rumors that went around that like we slipped up and we fell off from the number one spot. Googled it, quick AI search. No, it's false. We are still and have remained the number one outdoors podcast in the world. And that's thanks to each and every one of you listening. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm also gathered by good buddy, top left corner, Adam Bart Bartushik. Bart's back, baby.
I am back. I am back from a brief departure, but happy to be back. Happy you boys kept everything rolling. I'm going to be honest, I haven't had time to listen to the last pod. I did have people message me on Insta that there might have been some shade thrown at me. I haven't listened to it, so in my brain it didn't exist.
So old news, you don't even got to go back and listen. You don't even got to check it out.
Yeah, it'll just make you mad. So
that's fine. I am known to get mad. So
wouldn't worry about that. But yeah, we got a great show tonight. We got an awesome guest coming up. But we got a lot going on. Everybody's been super busy, which I think is awesome. It's that time of year. Everyone's frothing just to get out and do as much as possible. And Sobi, give me just a brief. I know you've been up to a lot of stuff, but give me your last 48. Where you been?
Ooh, last 48. Yesterday, it was beautiful. Right now, it's currently like raining, torrential thunderstorms kind of by me, but I'm not mad at it because May showers bring extended morel season hunting. And they just popped.
Dude, we needed it to cool down.
We needed it. Yeah, it was hot. Yes. This is a crazy spring.
Had you been out fishing around you like before the cool down?
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
It's insane.
I'm curious what you saw, but like I took my boat out last Thursday. Like I hadn't been out in a while since I'd been home, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go out and like, fish a little bit. And I dumped my boat in, and Alyssa was with me, and I looked at her, and I'm like, well, that's not right. There's no way my temp gauge is working right now because it said like 77, and I was like, I know it's like warm today, but whatever. And I like went around the lake and everything, and then it went down to like 72 and a half, and then back up to 77, and I was like, it's May 12th.
Yeah.
or May, whatever. I'm like, this is not.
The water in the 70s and
high 70s.
The pondweed in our area is like topped out. Like
Dude,
if you're in the metro or the South Metro, it is just like you could walk across it. Horrible year for pondweed, but
that's hilarious, dude. Because over by me, there's like none on any of the lakes I've driven by.
Oh, it's coming.
It's either coming or the water got too hot.
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe how hot it was. I was out fishing. And I had the thought cross my brain because I'm like, trying to go catch a bass, right? I'm like, okay, so the water temps are like mid-July.
Yeah.
I just found bluegill beds on 360 and 8 feet.
Yeah.
Like it's June. And it's May 15th, and I don't know if the largemouth have spawned here yet or not. So what do I do? I've never had that conundrum before. I didn't really know how to put that puzzle piece together. I caught my first frogfish. That's basically what I did. Yeah.
I have a frogfish story.
Frogfish.
I have a frogfish story, and it's about my last 48.
All right, bring it.
Yesterday morning, was doing a little pond fishing collab with Tyler's Real Fishing. He's a YouTuber out of Texas. He's up here in Minnesota, visiting some family, shooting some content. We got together, hit up this pond I haven't fished in years. We start fishing it, blah, blah, blah. The bite's a little tough. Caught a couple small ones on a wacky rig. I crawl my way around to the backside of this pond, and it's like all cattails. And I looked on the map. I'm like, oh, it looks like there's some creek or something that comes in here. I find the creek, and it's just like a swamp strip. You know what I mean? Like not a real creek by any means. You couldn't like navigate a kayak through it. But I look like 20 yards in front of me off this like walking trail. There's like a small little hole of water. And I'm like, I should do it. Throw a frog up in there. Ploop, ploop. And this puddle of water is probably like my 2 arm lengths around. Whoosh! Frog comes up, swoops at it. I jerk back, missed him. Throw the frog in there 3 more times. Nothing. I'm like, this is about to be the riskiest play, but I have to do it. I grab my other rod that I have with me, and it's a wacky rig freaking pig stick. I bomb it 20 yards, like over the top of these cattails to the tiny little section that I can see. Tyler's walking down the path, and I was like, dude, I just got bit here. And I felt the tap. I'm like, uh-oh. I said into him, and I'm like, there's no getting this. There's no getting this. Like, this bass is flopping. I get him to the edge of like these cattails, which is still, like 20 yards from me. He's hung up on this cattail, and it's kind of a good one. I'm like, oh, I think I got to go in there. Like, whatever. I don't care if I get my socks wet. I take 1 step into the swamp, whoosh, up to here. Dude, there's way more water. I back out. I'm like, ah! I open my drag, give it to Tyler, dude, and I take out everything in my pockets. I'm like, I'm wet already. Dude, I walk in this water up to here and proceed to grab this freaking bass, and we got him. And then I ended up getting 1 more bass out of there on a frog. So that's my frog story from my last 48 hours.
God damn.
I was wet, dude. Wet undies, happy heart.
Dude, I always wonder that when like you see those cattail marshes and stuff, you're always like, I wonder how much water's actually there.
I think a lot more than we think.
More than likely, yeah.
So there was a lot there, dude.
One, especially the muddy bottom, like you step in and say you step in it, like there's another 2 feet of give there, you know?
Yeah. That was spot on. Like, I feel like there was probably just 3-ish feet of water
and another 1.5 foot of mud you went into, basically.
Yeah. And it was no going back.
Well, at least you landed it though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like that would have been such a bummer.
And Tyler was filming, one hand with his big camera in his hand, the other hand had my actual rod. So it's all in footage of me stumbling in this pond and going, oh shit.
Oh,
how about you boys? What happened the last 48?
Well, so before I went down to the St. Jude, that's why I missed the last one. I did the St. Jude, and then right after I went out to Dorth County, did some smallmouth fishing. Both were really fun. St. Jude was super cool. Huge shout out to everybody who did come and support. I got to give a major shout out here, actually, real quick, to Colton Curtis. I don't know if you know him, Sobi. Pink, you should know him. He's a big time supporter of the Chronicles and like a bunch of stuff we've shot over the years. Mm-hmm. And I put out that like disclaimer on here of like, hey, if anyone donates, which a couple people did and everything. And I was like, if anyone donates $1,000, like I'll just straight up, we'll do the guide trip. And Colton reached out to me and he was like, how close to you guys, or how close are you to have fundraised $100,000 in your life? And I was like, I think like 700 or something right now. And he goes, so if I do the 1,000, like we're going fishing. And I was like, yeah. And he straight up did it. So I was like, all right, dude. Yeah. I was like, hell yeah, dude. So major shout out to him. Colton does some like custom mold making stuff too. Like he literally makes the molds. So yeah, he's been doing some stuff for like smaller tackle companies and stuff. Should probably actually have Buddy Brock hit him up. Yeah. But he's awesome. He's been working on that. I've been like talking with him, looking at some different shapes and everything, and just trying to help him do his thing. But yeah, he's been a huge supporter of the Chronicles and stuff for a really long time. And like that generosity goes a long ways, obviously goes to the families of St. Jude. So super cool to see people like that support. So major shout out to him. But yeah, event was super good. Panger and I took like 18th, nice. Mashed them on day 1. Day 2 is more of a struggle, but currently editing a video for it. So there's going to be like a full film coming out of it. I'm pretty pumped about. So everyone will actually get to see some open water content for once on my channel.
Sick.
Yeah. Got a lot more of that coming, but yeah, then went to Door County after, had a little bit of fun out there, smallmouth fishing. It ended up being windy for like half of the trip, which if you guys know, being out in Green Bay when it's windy, it's not really that fun.
Sporty.
Well, like it's still fun, but it's like, oh, I want to go over here. And then you go around the corner. And when you're out there for fun, you're like, I actually don't really want to go over there now. So you just kind of turn around. But yeah, so did that. Otherwise, I mean, dude, last 48, honestly, I've kind of just been chilling.
That's good.
Just hanging around home, getting some work done, getting ready for, got a lot of stuff coming up with fishing. And then we got my bachelor party in a few weeks. I'm sure there'll be some stories coming back from that here.
Oh,
Sheesh.
So yeah, just getting prepped for all that. Champions Tour season starts. But other than that, nothing super eventful for me other than watching the Timberwolves. That's been about it.
We're going to talk about that shortly.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
Ryan,
exactly. But
Ryan,
what about you, Pink?
your last 48? I feel like you've been posting pictures of mega live images of multiple fish and then bags of meat in sequence.
That happened. Yeah. So I was just on a little trip over in Wisconsin, did a little Northwoods ripper this weekend. It was a 3-day little swing over there up in the like Minocqua area, I guess. But super fun, dude. Yeah, we went up there with it's actually funny. It's like a group. Some of them are in my family, some of them aren't. It's kind of like their work group, I guess, of people that they have an annual fishing trip up there that they always go this same weekend in May. And for a lot of those guys, it's like the only weekend of the whole year that they go fishing. So it's like a totally different like group of people than like, you know, the normal squad when you're on a trip. So it was pretty fun. But yeah, the goal was to catch a bunch of crappies. That's like what they wanted to do. And we marked them. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like you were just talking about water temps and stuff. Granted, up there, right, the water stays colder a little longer and everything, but you know, we still had mid 60s. But a lot of the fish we caught were post spawn. Like all these crappies we were catching were like totally spawned out.
You're kidding. They weren't black or anything. Like they weren't on the
I mean, some of them were, like I said, you know, if you went shallow, there were some that were still spawning super black and everything, but most of the fish we caught were still had already slid back out to like the outer weed edge and were in like 6 to 9 feet, I'll say. Yeah. And that thing I posted on Instagram though, that picture it was a crib that I found I mean, there had to have been over 200 on it. Like when that picture is like looking at it from one direction. If you like kick the boat over to the side and looked at it the other way, the school like extended out like 30 feet out the back of the crib. Wow. And it was just solid crappies. And we literally sat on spot lock and just beat their brains in there for like several hours.
That's awesome.
It was pretty wicked. So yeah, we were just drowning bobbers and knifing fish. So yeah, I had like the second, so on was a Saturday, we had 4 people in my boat and everyone was just pinwheeling these things off of that spot. And yeah, we were filling the live well up and we did I mean, it took us a while to clean them all, but we had a lot of fish. Had a little party back at the cabin. Everyone was like staying in this big cabin up there. So yeah, it was a good time. Caught a few smallmouth, but really was pretty much just crappie fishing. I went and looked around a little bit, like at least in that area, there was like pretty good weed development already. So I'm actually pretty excited for Muskie to open this coming weekend because I think it's actually. I don't have a plan yet, but I don't see myself not going.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I'm planning on doing another little shot up north, probably at least for the weekend, because it's a holiday weekend. Get a little extra day off of work there, so I'll try to go up there see if I can get a couple. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for it. Like I said, I think the fish are going to be like pretty far along, at least going into like Muskie opener, because there's been a lot of years when it's still really cold and like opening weekend, there's still a bunch of them laying in the shallows, like recovering from the spawn, and they're just sad. But yeah, I think they're going to be chewing pretty good. But yeah, it was super fun. Like we caught a ton of fish. I think Saturday we broke 2 PBs in my boat, so that was fun. Nice. People were pretty excited about that. So yeah, it's always cool getting people out that don't get to fish a lot, right? Like,
yeah, dude, I feel like the excitement, the energy level is high, and it's just like it's a different vibe and it's a good time.
Yeah. So no, it was a blast, dude. I was pumped about it, and I got home at like 1 a.m. this morning, crashed for a little bit, and then went to work. And wow, a lot of energy drinks consumed today. I tell you that for free. Damn. But no, it was good.
You ever feel like time just flies, dude? Like you ever feel like it goes so fast? I feel like we were just talking about Wisconsin fishing opener.
I know.
I feel like we're just talking about your trip out there for Wisco Fishing Opener, and I was just
Yes.
potentially planning to go out there. And now it's like MN Fishing Opener's past, and we're talking about Muskie Opener in Wisconsin. I don't know. I feel like it just goes.
Time goes too fast.
Two major milestones this weekend. One, first straight scorching sunburn of the season, confirmed. I'm talking feet, arms, neck, legs, totaled. All
base burn.
Brutal. And then I wasn't even going to bring this up, but it was very nice out on Saturday. A lot of sun, got burned. Everything was going good. First shandy of the year. Confirmed kill.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's when you know.
We're back.
Summer vibes.
We're back.
We're back. How good was it?
And then there was a frost advisory in northern Minnesota this morning.
It's like, yeah, well, I'm not there. So can is frosted on a sunburnt neck, dude. The vibes were high. I'm just saying, like, yeah.
The beer was cold, the knives were sharp, and the bobbers were drowned.
Dude, I haven't been able. I mean, I've spent time in my boat, but I haven't been able. Sobi and I were talking about this earlier today, but like, I still feel super rusty in terms of being in a boat and like having got after it. So basically, my plan has been just get everything done so that my goal is like once Memorial Weekend hits this weekend, I'm like, all right, now I'm just like summer mode. Going fishing all the time, like here we go. And I also felt like, dude, like you said, that warm up came so early, and then there was also a full moon, like around May 12th or something. And I think every species that lives in a lake went to spawn. Yeah. And like, unless it's a tournament, I don't really enjoy messing with them for fun doing that. So I've kind of been like, all right, whatever. I'll just kind of chill and get some stuff done, wait for it to be post spawny, and we'll go start getting after it. But yeah, I'm really excited to start getting after, get some sunburns, fish with Griff next week for the Minnetonka Classic, and have some fun. But yeah, I have not had that first sunburn of the year.
Oh, get ready, boy.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
Like every Midwestern angler, like everybody from the Midwest, we're still knocking the rust off, even though we had wicked warm temps. Like it's still early, still spring.
Yeah. My normal first burn of the year, I don't know about you guys, but I always get it when I fish like multiple days in a row or whatever. The back of my hand, because like I'll always put sunscreen on my face or whatever, I'll remember. But like right here on your hand, on your reel hand from like holding a rod, just like a real strip right there. It'll be like 3 or 4 days in, and all of a sudden I'm like, why does my hand feel swollen? And I'll just like look at it and I'm like, oh, just right there. Dude, just absolutely torched.
So that day we're sitting on that crib, because I'm literally just sitting on spot. We sat there for probably like 3 to 4 hours, literally never moved. And the left side of my body torched. The right side, not even red. Like I was standing
just like from the shadow.
Were you wearing shoes, or did you get a little flop tan?
No, nothing, dude. Barefoot, shorts.
I love it.
Absolutely roasted. And I have easily probably 5 to 6 completely full, damn near unopened bottles of sunscreen under my console.
Oh,
never touched one.
Yeah.
Still feels early. It's too early to take on those responsibilities.
Well, but it's also one of those things. Once you're burnt, you're like, it's done, dude. Like
yeah. What am I gonna do?
I mean, that's probably incorrect, but like that was the thought process, you know.
Yeah,
like, it's not getting any better from here. So, yes. No, awesome weekend though. Been doing a lot of fishing, so it's been fun. Had the boat out a lot so far this spring, and looking forward to at least going after some big fish. But yeah, muskie season's coming quick, dude. So I'm gonna probably be like full tilt trying to get gear ready because I have nothing ready to go for that. But I'm
What
ready.
are you gonna throw? First cast. What are you throwing? First cast.
First cast probably gonna be some homemade wood, dude.
Really?
Oh yeah, I like opening with that. I'll probably be on like that. Probably some small blades, maybe some rubber, some small rubber.
Yeah,
you know, staying strapped.
Stay strapped.
You never know. It depends where I end up, because some of the lakes that are like that fish really shallow is kind of like different. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
kind of depends where you're at. But Yeah, we'll see. I gotta come up with a game plan here because it's coming fast, and I want to be somewhere when it gets light on Saturday morning. So,
Speaking of more current events, hit us with an old time classic, Bart. Hit us with a little Bart sports. What in current events is going on in sports right now? There's some.
Yeah, I actually got a bunch of sports stuff. I've been keeping notes for a while because we were gonna do this segment another time, then it got skipped over, and then it's just kind of compounded. So I have a lot of different stuff. It actually kind of evolves throughout it, so it's kind of funny. But anyways, first one. This is from like April. So not necessarily super current, but wanted to bring it up. So if anybody knows, like last year, I think a bunch of people followed the women's NCAA tournament because of Caitlin Clark. But Paige Beckers, who is like the next big thing, she's from Hopkins, Minnesota. So a lot of Minnesota basketball fans in general have watched her at UConn. Won the national title to end her year. She spent 5 years, or it might have been 6 years at UConn. I think she had 2 different like catastrophic injuries. But either way, in her 4 years playing, and I think even in one of her other years where she got medically redshirted after getting hurt one year, every year she went to a Final Four, and the last year she won it. So I think like it was super cool to watch. If anybody did watch that, I did. It was not the Final Four was interesting. The championship game was terrible because UConn won by like 40. Like they just destroyed South Carolina. So that was very cool to see. So major shout out Minnesota legend Paige Beckers.
Yeah.
And headed off to the WNBA now. And what's crazy about women's college basketball into the WNBA season is like women's college basketball ends at the beginning of April. They have the draft like in the middle to end of April. And the WNBA season just kicked off this weekend. So like you go from I'm a college basketball player to I'm a drafted WNBA player in like 6 weeks.
Like I'm sure it's
crazy,
a fast
right?
turnaround and a lot of life changes really fast. But at the same token, like all those gals that played in the Final Four, they like have their legs under them. They're in basketball shape ready. They're probably like, I'm ready to go. I could dominate anybody.
Oh yeah,
like
they're just rolling right into it. So that I always have found that pretty crazy. But just kind of linking into that, I brought up Caitlin Clark. So she kicked off the season for the WNBA yesterday. WNBA numbers are through the roof, obviously, because of her. I think it's been super cool to watch because she is so enjoyable to watch. But just one crazy stat for you already about Caitlin Clark, because we're going to see so many crazy stats in her career. So last year was her rookie season. She has played 1 season in the WNBA. She is already top 5 ever for most triple doubles in WNBA history after the first game of the season this year.
Dude, if
she's played a year in a game.
If she stays healthy, she's going to match records, a lot of them.
She's going to put up Gretzky numbers, dude. It's going to be crazy.
What's your take on that beef with her and Angel Reese?
I think it's manufactured by the media mainly. Here's the other thing. They do not like each other. Like that is
clearly
very stated.
Yeah,
and
I don't think that's manufactured.
No, but like there's a lot of backlash on the back end of it of people being like it's racist or racism. It's like, no, it's not. It's competitive sports. They just genuinely really don't like each other, and they're both very competitive. I think that's fair. They played in multiple Final Fours against each other, like playing the WNBA now. And let's be real, like in sports are better because of rivalries. Yeah. And the WNBA kind of needs that. So they're going to ride it. The media is going to ride that. So
that would be
funny to watch, though.
That would be kind of a funny fantasy punishment if the loser had to buy themselves an Angel Reese jersey and then just like wear it in public for a really good
casually.
Yeah, like they got to go to the Mall of America and then attend some public event and wear the Angel Reese jersey the whole time. Like they have to.
I'm an avid WNBA fan. But yeah, so I'm sure I'll probably watch a few Caitlin Clark games this summer because she is fun to watch, and Paige Beckers, but shout out to them. Anyways, other stuff in Sports Corner. So the Masters was also last month. Do you guys ever watch the Masters? You don't strike me as golf guys.
No.
Okay.
I'll like catch some highlights or like see what happened. But
so I watched the Masters this year. If you guys didn't know, the Masters was like monumental this year because Rory McIlroy won. So he got the career Grand Slam of winning all 4 major tournaments. It's only been done by, I think it's 6 people, and they're all in the Hall of Fame, and they're all legends. Like, it's like Arnold Palmer. No, I don't want to say Arnold Palmer because I don't think he did it. I think it's Jack Nicklaus, Bobby Jones, Tiger. I'm not going to name the rest of them because I don't remember what it is. But it's like insanely. And most only like I think only one of them still alive, maybe 2, but like long time ago record. So super cool for him to do it. But one thing I noted about it, Sobi, I was going to send you a YouTube video of this for you to watch it, and I'll find it for you to watch it. But I think being a videographer and storyteller, you watch so many like broadcasts of sports or whatever.
Yeah.
Nobody is better at filming and soaking up a winning moment than golf.
Yeah.
And like, cause like Jim Nantz at the Masters, like I got emotional watching it. Like he freaking does the announcement of Rory winning. He does his thing. And all it is like silence. Nobody says anything. And it's just crowd roar emotions. And I like timed it. It's like 6 or 7 minutes of live TV with no announcers saying anything.
Really?
Just let it breathe moment. And it was unreal powerful. And golf does that a lot. Like when Tiger won his last one, and when other people have won.
You should send me that clip. I'd like to see that.
Oh, dude, it's like, I'll find it and send it to you. But it's golf does it to a different level than anyone else. When like, you watch other people win a Super Bowl or they win a NBA championship or whatever it is, and there's maybe like 20 seconds there, and then someone's like, oh, and there's Patrick Mahomes going over to Andy Reid, and they like say that. Golf just literally says like the headline that would be on the newspaper and then turns the mic off.
Wow.
And they just alternate through shots.
Hopefully they capture that on Full Swing. Like hopefully the next season of Full Swing like really documents and captures this win, because that would be sweet.
Yeah, I'll send you the YouTube video too, dude, because it's crazy. Like it's so cool. And like even if you don't watch golf, like I think you can't help but almost get emotional watching it, because it's like 3 minutes of or 6 or 7 minutes of just like pure craziness. It's cool.
Yeah.
You actually feel like you're there. But okay, moving on through. This is how long ago this was. Timberwolves are a 6 seed. I love watching Luka, but god damn it, does it suck playing against him. Okay, we got well past that now. Moving on. Wolves are now in the Western Conference Finals again, and I've never been so emotionally invested in a Minnesota sports team. So yeah, I'm very excited about the Timberwolves. I know you've been watching too, Sobi.
Dude, I don't want to jinx anything. Things are going good. Things are going good, dude. We look good. We've been playing good. We took out LeBuns and Luka, and then we freaking took out Chef Curry. Who's next? Like,
we've been really, really good. It's been fun to watch teams peaking at the right time. And I think we talked about it last year a bit, but it's cool to be watching a Minnesota sports team for once, where you're like, oh, we have the guy that everybody's like, that guy's him. And like, you look at Anthony Edwards and you're like, yeah, we have him. This is cool. We never get nice things like this. So 2 Western Conference Finals in a row, first time ever. And should be be exciting. I'm very excited about it. Oklahoma City Thunder, gonna be great.
I hope Cat and Ant play each other, dude. I hope freaking.
Well, dude, and the NBA script writers, like everyone makes jokes of the NBA being scripted, but like the script writers would be on a heater if like the most controversial trade in a long time happens the day before the season opens, and then the 2 teams meet each other in the NBA Finals.
Like that'd be sweet.
Yeah, and and here's the thing: I'd be super happy for Kat if he won one too.
Oh yeah,
he did so much for Minnesota sports, but It would also be the most. I'm just already saying this because I'm aware of this, and I'm going to enjoy the ride the whole time. If the Knicks win the NBA Finals and beat the Timberwolves, it would be the most Minnesota sports thing in the history of Minnesota sports to make your first NBA Finals and then get beaten by the man you traded away.
Knock
to get
on
to the finals.
wood. Knock on wood. That is, if that happens, then
But
that's straight Minnesota.
But I'm just saying
writing.
that I'm aware of that, and also just very aware of that possibility being out there, and I'm still going to enjoy it. That's fine. Like I said, it would be cool to see Cat win.
It's been fun to watch. It's been really fun to watch as a very new basketball fan, casual basketball fan. It's freaking electric, dude.
They're so fun to watch.
It's good TV.
They're really good. Yeah. Other than that, there's just
Twins. I mean, the Twins were on a heck of a winning streak.
The Twins literally started the year as one of the worst baseball teams ever. Mm-hmm. Like runs against them and everything.
And didn't they? Well, they just win like 13 straight.
Yeah, they just won 13 straight. Are now right in the middle of the playoff race.
I want to say that was like a record that went back as far as like 98 or 91, something.
Yeah, but like they were at a point in the season at like the end of April where you're like, oh God, are we gonna win like 50 games? And now you're like, oh, cool, above 500.
Yeah, like, oh dang, we're good.
But at the same time, you're like, I've watched two completely different teams this year. Which one are we? I don't know.
Kind of gets you excited to see team number 3, though, right? Like,
yeah, I know, right?
Like, where
are we gonna settle? There's got to be a common ground here somewhere. Yeah, like literally, they were so bad, and then all of a sudden, just win 13 in a row. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Then I had then last golf thing, Scotty Scheffler just won the PGA championship, and all the stats are now going out there and stuff. Scotty Scheffler is legitimately the closest thing to Tiger Woods that golf has ever seen. His stats are actually like extremely comparable.
Really?
At the age he's at and everything. He doesn't have as many majors. I think he's too shy, but he has more top 5s, more top 10s. Like, yeah, it's great. Like Scotty Scheffler's insane. And like the Las Vegas gambling odds on him, like it does not make sense to really gamble on Scotty Scheffler. You kind of just win your money back. That's how high the odds are on him now.
Really? Like that's especially in the game of golf, like that's crazy.
Yeah, you're against a field, not a team.
Yeah.
They're basically like they're giving you a little bit of money for picking him against the field, but they're like, let's be real. We know Scotty's gonna win.
Damn.
Yeah, so he just won his 3rd major. He has 2 Masters and now a PGA championship. So he's probably the next one on the watch list for someone to get a career Grand Slam.
That dude is rich.
Yes.
Yeah.
That dude is
very
rich.
Very, very. And then other than that, this one's a little okay. I'll bring this one up and then we'll move on to more fun, happy things. But we do cover all things on this podcast, and I think this is an important one to talk about. So LSU receiver Kyron Lacey, this happened back before the draft. He was going to be one of the top draft prospects. He ended up dying in a police car crash that was deemed as more than likely suicide. And it was stemming from some other stuff that was going on kind of in his life beforehand. And he got in a police car race. The hypothesis is that obviously he was something else in trouble, maybe worried about going to jail, throwing his life away, heading into the draft. And died in a car crash that they suspect was suicide. So I just want to take a moment to say that just for anybody who's listening this, it is okay to not be okay. And if you ever need anyone, slide in the DMs. Always here to listen. So that was a very big story back in sports back before the draft. It's much later now, but figured we could touch on it.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now we are done with Bart Sports. I've been through all the topics I had marked down for the last month, so I can start over again.
Good work.
Nice.
Good work. Do you have you been watching any hockey?
Yeah, I've been watching the hockey playoffs. Yeah, the Leafs.
Well, just I mean, because
the Leafs being the Leafs is one of the most fun storylines to watch.
Yeah, I still think it's wrong, like having a team from Florida dominate so much in the hockey world, but
yeah,
whatever.
It is wrong.
Like all the warm states are just dominating now.
Yeah, it's just like, do something else. But
do something else. You guys have your stuff.
Yeah. Well, no, it's down to the exciting part though, right? Because you're just in like the conference finals, and then we're at the show.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I always like watching the end of the playoffs the best, obviously.
Can you imagine like the Minnesota surfing team wins again? The U.S.
Yeah.
Like you'd be like, what, dude?
Yeah. Hawaii pissed.
Hawaii.
But yeah, no, I get what you're saying, dude. But yeah, no, there has been a lot going on, and it is kind of dope that there's been like so many big, like, I don't know if you want to call them like historical, but like big moments recently.
Yeah.
Like it's in across the board. Pretty sweet.
I feel like something we got to bring up too. This isn't, it's not sports, but it's a little sporty. There's been some fan questions recently that have come into PTB that have, kind of brought to the attention. Where is Cody Honor? Where is Will Stolsky? Where are our comrades in battle for PTB Nation? Some OGs per se. Ryan, do you want to start off?
Well, we've been kind of keeping it under wraps a little bit just to, feel everything out here. And just
it's a little bit under wraps, but we don't know all the answers either.
Well, that's the thing. So it's like, I mean, how much do you divulge when you don't have all the details?
Yeah.
So, maybe we start with Honor. I mean,
a couple months ago, he reached out to Bart, and then this comes from Bart initially, and he said, "I'm joining the Peace Corps. I think I go to South Africa, coming up here in a month or so." And then Bart tells us,
mind you, like everyone listening to this, I was like, "Ha, Cody Honor, ha,
yeah."
Good joke, Cody
but
Honor.
For a group chat to just go radio silence after a bomb like that, good for you, dude. But
and we tried to kind of follow up on a little bit of this. Next thing we know, he's gone. He's in South Africa. He joined the Peace Corps, and I don't know if he's doing some sort of a building mission or what type of work he's doing there, but he's gone with the wind. I guess his girlfriend and stuff was kind of against it. And it just really, I don't know. It's not that things fell apart. It was just
forging a new path. I don't know.
Yeah. And from what I know, he has been home once or twice, just briefly. And that's like, when Trout, he posted that Trout picture and that smallmouth picture. Okay. So like he got home and did like one or two things, I think over Easter maybe, or just recently. But yeah, other than that, that's why
now you guys know what.
But if anyone hears anything, let us know. I mean, we're doing our part too. But
we're thinking of Cody. We love Cody.
And then Stolsky, take it away. Pink.
Well, see, I don't know if
we can just.
When the last time we even had him on was, it's been a while, but he was going to Argentina.
Yeah, as everyone knows, Stolsky guides all over the world, and he was heading back to Argentina to do it's red stag and
stag hunting. Yep.
Yeah, stag hunting down in Argentina.
And I know, like, even when we had him on after his last rip down there, I mean, it really sounded like I forget the town or whatever, but we were making jokes about it at the time, but it sounds like Stolsky may have found some love in Argentina.
Yeah.
And maybe housed in Pizza Cala. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And he had kind of mentioned it before that he had fell in love with the senorita, and it was like he wasn't sure if he was going to get the job again, but he was like, I'm going to go back for her. I need to marry this woman. I don't know. That's kind of all we know, but we think he's in some sort of a love triangle in Argentina right now, and he's been MIA as well.
Because the guiding season wrapped up like a month ago.
Yeah, but he's
still at work, as some would say.
Yeah. So, and I don't know what his plans are to be like in Montana, not in Montana. I don't know.
Yeah. So PTB Nation, if you guys hear anything, we
We're-
just know that Will Stolsky, Cody Honor, thoughts and prayers go out to those guys as they, they have forged a new path, as Cody said.
But hey, we'll see what happens. I mean, we let them know doors always open.
Yeah. And if you find love close to the equator and you have internet service, please hop on, boys. Hop on.
Absolutely. But yeah, reach out to them, get in the DMs. I can't guarantee they're gonna get back to you, but hey, you know what we know.
Mm-hmm.
So no, it's good to address that at least anyway.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Before we jump onto a new subject, Bart, have we heard anything from our special guest?
I actually have not.
Ghosted.
God dang it. First Stolsky, then Honor, and now our special guest.
It's incredible. What a week.
How are we going to appease these sponsors that have just shed a limb to pay these fat stacks that we require?
Because the check's cleared. I mean, it's like, hey,
we might need to change our process to not send the check before. In retrospect, that's
No.
probably a bad idea.
No, I like the process. I think it's good.
That's not the problem.
All right. Well, let's jump into. So I did. We've had a lot of fun with these every time we did them. So I did throw up. Let's do some of these PTB fan questions because we have a lot of them. We always get tons, and I threw one up today just to kind of put some feelers out to see what people were interested in here. We always get good ones. So I'm gonna pull it up right now. We'll burn through several of these because I think we'll have a little time here. So okay, let's lead off. This is a great one. Great lead off question here. Beauty. Who would win in a fight, one gorilla or the PTB podcast?
I mean, it's a gorilla, guys.
How mature?
It's the gorilla. It's the gorilla.
It's the gorilla. We can't. Yeah.
But damn, we would try.
We would die so fast.
We would try though. I'd give it everything I got.
We would try, and it would last like 10 seconds. But god damn it, we would try.
Yeah.
With
now, if you
Bart's reach,
if
Pancala's culinary knife skills,
but we would need a knife.
Ankle no, we could take down.
This is either ending in a group funeral or a hell of a catch and cook episode, boys.
Yeah.
This is like 50-50. Well, it's not 50-50, but I'll be like 90-10.
I don't think we're coming out of this one alive, boys. We may be the number one outdoor podcast in the world, but yeah.
If we got Frank. Can we get Frank?
Yeah. He's part of PTB Nation.
If it was us and all of our guests
we just gained like 2%.
Yeah. Frank could kill.
If we had Frank, that would help. But if it got rid of Frank, we're back to we die fast.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
We're very reliant on Frank in that situation.
Yeah.
I like that. Good fan question. Whoever sent it in, good fan question.
All right. When does Tourney Tuesday start back up? Are Bart and Pink fishing it again?
Oh,
Sobi, that's on you. What's going on with
Tourney
Tuesday?
Tourney Tuesday.
Great question.
Tourney Tuesday.
I will say I don't live in the area anymore, so I can't
Bart's
really
out.
fish. Yeah,
Bart's
I'm out. Geographically, it makes zero sense for me to be able to go do it. So unfortunately, I'm out other than one or two tournaments, maybe.
That doesn't mean he's completely out. You could still sub in. You could still sub in, dude.
I can still sub, but I won't be like, I'm not in. You know what I mean? For like recurring week after week. Yep.
But Tourney Tuesday looks a little different this year.
It does. It's kind of a hybrid-esque year. So in the past, it's been myself and B-Rock. It's been Bart and Ryan. It's been Ryan and Connor. It's been myself and Steph. And we put our brains together and we went, well, yeah, we're freaking dialed. How do we not put this dream team together and bring this ship home? So we did it.
Tourney Tuesday, the collective.
This year is Tourney Tuesday, the collective. we are going into this year with Pincala and myself signed up as a team, as a squad. And this gives us the opportunity to bring in much more subs and then also not be fully committed to every single Tuesday because, like you guys know, we're bouncing around doing this, doing that, Champions Tour tournaments, Pincala's filming meet season. Everybody's doing – summers get super busy. So we've combined forces, and there could be a lot of folks that hit the show this year.
There is a cast of characters on standby for this to happen.
Yeah.
And everyone is frothing for the W.
It's going to be good. We've done this. We've done this for reasons of scheduling and reasons that we can bring in awesome subs at any moment. We could bring in Bart. We could bring in B-Rock. We could bring in freaking Nicole. We could bring in Steph. We could bring in Connor. We could bring in a wild card, someone off the side of the road. It doesn't matter. With Ryan and I signed up, we will for sure be there, hopefully at every tournament, and then hopefully with somebody random we're only swinging heavy.
And the biggest reason for this is for people knowing scheduling conflicts. The Champions Tour is on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
So that happens to interfere with Tourney Tuesday, believe it or not. We figured out, or Sobi figured that out last year. Does not work well.
It's tough. And I've had to, I had to put Steph with
send her out with hella bass.
I send her out with absolute googans. You know what I mean? I send her out with hella bass. They could blank. Send her out with Griff. I think they did blank. Send her out with Corey Scooter. I think they caught one or two. Steph is like, I'm sick of this. And I said, I know it. We need better friends,
Yeah. So we did. We had a big meeting. We had like 20 people. And we all got together and we said, we got to put our heads together here, folks. How are we going to get the ship brought back to us? We need it.
It's kind of cool, too. There is a possibility that maybe we miss a tournament or two or whatever. It's all fun and games. It's all for bragging rights, but maybe we won't be sitting good for points. Not that either of our teams have been sitting good for points past couple years. So I have a mentality this year, freaking straight swanging, dude. Every derb, let's go for the dub. Let's go for the throat. You know what I mean?
Get that bag.
I'd rather shoot for launches and blank trying.
If I'm driving down that far, I would like to make half my gas money back for the drive home.
Swing. No, don't shoot just for that money grab.
Yeah, you're gonna need the dub then if you need half. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. For it to be economically not even close to feasible, but still being like, whatever. We need the dub.
But we are excited about it. Tuesday nighters are freaking a riot. It's a tradition. It's a blast, and it's fun and games. It's really a good time. But
so then, Sobi, are you going to? So for people to know too, with the Tourney Tuesday thing, I'm sure there's questions about this. Are you fishing Champions Tour this year then, and are you going to be putting out videos this year of that?
Yes.
Or like, what's your plan?
Yes, I'm going to be fishing Champions Tour, fishing some Tourney Tuesdays, and then obviously doing a variety of traveling and media content and vlogs and random junk and hanging out with anybody who wants to hang out. But I am excited to come back and fish the Champions Tour again. That is like a very high-level individual tournament series that happens in the Midwest. It's a catchway release, and I feel like it's made me, I don't know, it's made me a better angler. Just the way you have to practice for these tournaments and the competition that's in them. There's sledgehammers in the whole field.
Are you going to film them again?
Yes, absolutely.
Dude, I love, because, obviously we're all friends, but I've been watching your YouTube content since literally your channel started. Those Champions Tour videos are very fun to watch.
They're fun and they're cool.
It's a lot of action. You got a marshal there. Like, there's good vibes. There's different stuff going on. And like just a storyline of it all, I think is really good. And showcasing, like, people are so used to seeing like the Elite Series videos and everything.
Yeah.
And being able to showcase like a top level regional series, I think is so cool, because it's just like so many more people can relate to it.
Yeah.
Of just like, oh yeah, I get that. I've been by that gas station. I know where that is.
Well,
That's
and plus,
cool. And
even though they're well edited and everything, but they're raw enough that it's like you feel like the stress level and like the emotion of like, oh, dude, we just freaking got a good one. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of like raw hype, and I love that about it.
I like it too. Like, I like it. I would love to have a chase boat and a camera in, but the same token too, I do feel like there's some raw hype that's captured there during the practice and the tournament. And then when the marshals in the boat, we're feeding off each other, we're talking with each other, like they're high school anglers, they're freaking hyped. I'm hyped, and it's good, bad, and ugly. Like, I've had good
are you
tournaments.
thinking you're gonna do
bad tournaments.
Are you thinking you're gonna do like one tournament video, or are you gonna do like practice and then tournament, or like one really long video? Have you thought about that at all?
I've thought,
Sorry,
like,
not to spring this on you, like generally speaking. I'm just actually curious because like
no
I want to
pressure,
watch
just
it.
answer the question.
I think they've been really good videos in the summer for you. They've been fun to watch, and they've all done really well.
They've done well. I almost, part of me is like maybe just one long video from the tournament, kind of just like a quick thing of how practice went and then the tournament. But I don't know. I go back and forth. Like,
You could very easily, we can workshop this here right on the podcast.
yeah,
I think what would be really cool, and people message us or Sobi or whatever if you think the same. I think it'd be really cool if you just like ran a GoPro and practice, maybe on your dash or in the back. Maybe you don't have a chesty on or a neck camera or whatever.
Yeah.
And you just go around and do your thing. Maybe one little update here and there showing your graph, or like if you find something cool. And then you can just kind of voice over or do an interview type thing yourself for like the first 2 to 4 minutes showcasing your practice. Just give a summary of like, this is what I looked at. I focused on these contours. This is kind of the pattern I ran into. I'm going to tie up these baits for this reason. Then there's no pressure of like, I need to film 24/7 and be on.
Yeah.
But you're able to kind of piece together something. Like, there's some other creators that it's not tournaments, but like I've seen like Wildfly and some other people do it where they loosely film stuff for a few days, and then they'll just take a bunch of B-roll shots of themselves and whatever and just write a little script. They like read and overlay over it. That kind of gets you into the video of like, okay, I kind of watched 3 days of practice happen in 2 minutes. I kind of get the vibe of what's about to happen here,
And that's how I'd want to capture it too, just because these Champions Tour tournaments, like, you have to practice the whole lake. The night before the tournament, they lake split it, and they tell you, oh, first half you fish on this section lake, second half you fish on this section, depending upon your boat number or whatever, or maybe they decide everybody goes there. You don't know what's going to happen. So like, practice is pre-fish is a very serious deal in these tournaments.
Well,
like,
and now you have a cut-off practice. They put a official practice period in this year, so you only have, it's 3.5 days.
Yeah,
which on most Minnesota lakes, that's plenty of time. But like, have you been to Vermilion before?
I'm very, like, I've been there for some filming opportunities way back in the day, and a little bit of musky fishing.
Dude, you could spend 4 weeks on Vermilion and not see every corner of it.
Yeah, like I
get it, like needing to get after it in practice, but I think it'd be cool to just see some clips from practice and different things, and just kind of the lifestyle.
How are you going to film the Champions Tour? Because for those of you who don't know, there's new ownership this year in the Champions Tour. It's really cool. Our good buddy Dane Veselka, he recently took over the Champions Tour, and Bart is still doing the media behind it. Are you guys thinking about doing different type of capture there?
Yeah, I kind of see how it unfolds. I kind of have a vision of changing it a little bit. I think what we're going to do this year, I mean, as of now, and this could 100% change, I'm thinking more of focusing on, rather than like a shitload of fish catches, trying to develop more of a storyline in the morning and leading into it. So maybe focusing on a handful of characters for the first part that we'll just pick out before the event. And then when it gets to the second half, we'll obviously go with the leaders and document it that way. But I think it's a good way to show more people on camera, give some more love around. And just, it's hard to, it's so hard to tell a story or like give someone adequate camera time when it feels like you hop in their boat for 20 minutes and then they don't catch anything and you leave.
It is nice to develop those characters though, because if they're doing well in the season, you get to like progressively see how they're improving or doing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
and it's like just an overview video of the whole tournament where you're kind of just with the people that are winning or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's kind of gonna have to be a hybrid, right? Because like you see tour level gold doing it, or Brandon Polinick, or different guys doing tournament videos, right? They're focused on individuals, and it doesn't matter where they finish in the event. They're filming those individuals, and
you want to see the struggles too, right? Like not just the highlight
but like
reel.
Me filming the Champions Tour, I have to still show the dude who wins.
Yeah,
well,
So I have to figure out how to hybridize that. So I think we're going to try to do that this year. And I think it'll work that way, because I think the intriguing part will be you're going to get to see these cast of characters and what they're doing solely leading up to it, the first period and everything. And maybe at halftime, those characters are in 3rd, 7th, 13th, 17th, 43rd, 50th.
Yeah.
And you see a little bit of all of it. And then in the second half, it's now you get an update and it's like, okay, the top 6 is this, boom, 6 new characters. And you're not necessarily there to learn about them. You're there to be like, all right, who's going to win?
How is this going?
And then it turns into a sporting event rather than the morning. And I've always felt from a creative side of those Champions Tour events, the first period has always been really hard to tell a story. Because so many guys are jostling around and there's always one person who shoots way up and it's like, okay, cool, I can go film them, whack them. But there's not really a story happening in the morning. It all happens in the afternoon for the event. So I think focusing on telling some angler stories in the morning and just being with them, and even if they don't have a great event, at least being with them and showing their adaptation and what they're trying to do. I think it also shows the reality of what the Champions Tour is. Like, it sucks, but sometimes you go out there and you think you're going to whack them and it's 10 o'clock and you have 2 fish. Right, Sobi?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been there. Absolutely, dude. It's the worst feeling in the world. And like, that would
championship last year. What, halftime you were struggle busting and Kyle Schuta had almost 90 pounds.
He had like 90 pounds and I had like, well, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, like 7 fish, and he had like 40, 50. Like,
I think it was like 60 fish.
I threw like my whole practice out of the window and still ended up sucking. But like, that is the cool thing about Champions Tour too, is you know at certain times like what I'm doing is not working. I need to adjust. But that's kind of the mental game too. So if you capture it in a way where you're picking up the mental game of not only the folks that are competing for 1 and 2, but the folks who are the wheels are potentially falling off, that's fun. That would be fun to watch. Like,
yeah, and I think like we leave it at halftime, right? Because like it's always been a thing where like, you know, the people at the Champions Tour have wanted to show like in the afternoon, they're like, hey, we should go hop in with this guy. He's in the Angler of the Year race and he's in 45th. And I'm like, I don't think now's the time to tell that story. Like, he's probably pretty pissed off.
Yeah.
Does not want me to be there and is not going to appreciate me just showing up and getting in. Whereas if it starts in the morning and I'm like, hey, dude, I'm with you till noon, whatever happens. And then if the wheels fall off and it goes, it's like, well, we told that story. And now I'm getting out and like, you do your afternoon. You do you know, go do your thing. I
think it'll be a good shakeup from kind of how you've been doing it. So
yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
but that'll be good. There'll be a lot of tournament content coming then. If kind of double dipping on Champs Tour and then Tourney Tuesdays, and
I'm excited to see the stuff you put together with it, Sobi, this year, especially with the locations we're going to, Vermilion and all that stuff.
Vermilion, the river, and Lahamadou. You've got like one Canadian Shield Lake, one giant river, and then one, you know, natural deep largemouth lake, Weedy Lake. It's gonna be interesting.
Hell yeah,
super cool. All right, that was a very random big side tangent from that.
So yes, Tourney Tuesday is happening. Yep.
I've got an ad read for us. If we're not ready to jump on to our next subject, should I do an ad read right now?
Yeah, get that bag.
Okay. All right. So this week's PTB episode is brought to you by Big B's Baits. It's the highest quality baits at an affordable price. These are very high quality panfish baits. And it's at www.bigbsbaits.com. Big B is PTB Nation. He's family, and he's recently started a panfish plastic company. And he opened his wallet and he's like, yo, would you do it for like this ad read for close to 6 figures? And we're like, yeah, we will.
Yeah, we'll lead off with it.
If you guys are looking for panfish baits, good molds, good action, Big B.
I seen you just posted a panfish Harry Dice.
Yeah,
like
dude, he's
a
making
micro
a
dice,
dice.
dude. Micro dice.
He
It's a
told me
micro
it
dice, dude.
matches.
If Aaron Teal's listening to this podcast right now, he's going to be breaking down Big B's doors. He's going to
Yeah,
be
he
getting
will.
that micro dice for bass fishing. All
He's
those
gonna have
bass
to, dude.
guys are
Buy
going to be
in
hitting him
bulk.
up like, hey,
Buy in bulk from
I
this
need
man.
I need a
Mhm.
smaller dice. So yeah, go to Big B's Baits.
Shout
Check 'em
out
out.
Big B.
Shout out Big B.
www.bigbsbaits.com.
All right, good ad read. So good ad.
Yeah.
We paid some bills. We had to
We
pay
got
some bills. All
Gotta
right,
do what we gotta do.
back to the PTB fan questions.
Chores are done. All right. Let's see. We've got a couple here about Hunter and Stolsky. Glad we touched on that. Okay.
Yeah, thoughts and
Why-
prayers again.
yeah,
Thoughts and
shout
prayers
out.
again.
Yeah, doing the Lord's work. Why does it feel so good to knife walleyes? Just something about it. Valid. I mean, they're highly cuttable fish.
I would say honestly, the satisfactory part is when you do fillet them, they're very easy.
Oh, got butter, dude.
Yeah, and like you go down the rib cage, and it's that like right when you go down.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yeah.
I think that's got to be it, right?
It's got to be just a couple nice knife strokes, and she just lays right off. Oh, God.
It is. It's a buttery feeling. It just is.
Oh,
And you just feel like you did good.
you did good. You did good. Just stacking them, too. God. And they all just lay in those bags so nice. You
They
know,
do.
just, yeah, nice. Really not a question, just a feeling, really.
We appreciate that feeling.
Yeah. All right, this one says Pink needs a meat eater appearance where he chefs up some drum. Hell yeah.
I
Anyone
like
got
that.
a connection?
Hell yeah. Yeah, get in the D. Those are cool. They're cool guys. I'd love to collab with them. I think we're on the same wavelength, if you will. So
I think
Yeah.
I think we know one of their guys, Seth, too. I think he's a fan
yeah,
of
I
the
think
Chronicles.
we
He's
do have a
DM'd us
plug.
few
We have a
times,
plug
yeah.
on that. But yeah, meat
We'll have to
eater.
reach out to
guys
him
are
again.
badass.
Maybe we'll figure that
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Try to get one of them on the pod. That could
Yeah.
be fun.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Let's see. Why not any trips to Voyagers National Park or Rainy Lake?
Oh, I bet I was there last year for Team Trail. That's
This
Cabatoga.
must be a new fan. They're coming in,
Yeah, sorry.
fresh.
Okay, yeah, I was there last year, Lake Cabotogama.
Bart's like,
actually-
shut up, been there, done that. Next question.
phenomenal fishery, phenomenal place to be. Legitimately, I think the most beautiful place I've been in Minnesota, maybe the Midwest, is if you've been on Cabotogama, when you get to the east side of the lake and hit the Ash River and then
Mhm.
drive through the Narrows over to Namakan. That is terrain unlike anything you see anywhere else in Minnesota. It's super cool.
Hell yeah.
Really?
So yeah, it is. Yeah, dude. Well, we have to go up there fishing sometime. We should have
Yeah.
went this spring. I remember talking to you about it, but you could probably go right now. Actually, if you want to catch walleyes on a jerkbait, there is not a better lake in the state of Minnesota. Like, dude, we were there bass
Man.
fishing last year, and every day, all of us bass guys would get back to the cabin, look at each other, and be like, "How many walleyes did you smack today?" And you'd be like, "A lot," and it could have been a lot more. Because you'd just be going down a bank and all of a sudden you'd look up and you're like, oh, there's a fish. Chuck a jerkbait, hook it, and then like 10 more would erupt from the bottom, and they're all walleyes. And
Oh,
they'll all eat a jerkbait. And it wasn't like nip at it. It's like they're barely even hooked because it's T-bone so hard in there.
Roading it.
they're probably
Yeah.
they're probably
Roading.
Mhm.
nailing a jerkbait right now.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we'll have to go up there sometime. That place is fairly tricky though, in terms of I'll have to talk with Mitchell about filming there is a little unique. Voyagers is like with it being a national park and everything, it's a little
Oh, right on.
you
Yeah.
kind of got to figure that one out. But have been there, super cool place. All the resorts there are amazing. Highly recommend. If you're looking for like a Canadian experience, but you don't want to go over the border or something, Cabotogama is incredible. Like, and the fishing is incredible. Then it's like, I think it was like 40 minutes further than Vermilion. It's really not that much further.
Right.
I should check that out.
It's awesome. Highly recommend it. In regards to Rainy, I haven't been to Rainy other than the Rainy River once, but I'm sure
we don't go there because it's kind of far away.
I've also always wanted to do, like, I know Rainy Lake is really popular for like those houseboat experiences, and I think you can even bring your boat.
Would be so sick.
I've always wanted to like sleep on a houseboat. I bring my boat with, they tow it behind like a tugboat.
Dude, Cabotogama has a bunch of those too.
Dude, that gets me charged up because DeMarkey and Mav go at like almost every year and do that, or they have in the past, and it looks so much fun. He said it's just so sweet, and I was like,
and
that's
low-key awesome feature about that place too, Sobi, since it is a houseboat lake, the Lake Master mapping on Cabotogama is like to the inch.
Really?
It is
awesome.
The best map place I have ever seen, and I don't know if it's because of the houseboats or whatever it is, but like normally when you get to Vermilion and stuff, like, okay, little piece of advice for you here, Sobi. When you're running around on Vermilion, if you see a spot that is a hump and it says it comes to 8 feet, don't run over that hump.
Yeah.
Because it's probably a hump that comes to 8 feet. And then somewhere on it, there's a Canadian glacial shield rock that's about 6 inches under the water.
Yep.
Ballers.
And on Cabotogama, you'll see one of those humps. And then in one spot of it, it says 1 foot and there's a hazard mark. And you're like, why would that be there? And then you go look at it and you're like, oh, boulder, lower unit ender.
Yeah.
But marked very, very, very well. But highly recommend. People should go up there. Very cool experience.
I like that.
All right. Sobi, this one is aimed directly at you here.
Oh.
This says, has Mr. Sam Sobi made an appointment with his urologist yet?
He doesn't know what that he's referencing that you pissed like 8 times every episode.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm
actually ready to feel. I'm ready to feel that question.
That's Steven's like, point education.
Is there something wrong with me?
I didn't graduate my weight. No, I'm ready to feel that question right now. All right. So actually,
oh boy. Oh, just unzipping
you're just
it
fueling
right
the fire now.
Wow, it's a hog. Yep, good solid stream. Wow.
Is it carpet or hardwood?
I don't know. Some serious blowback here.
Yeah. All right, what do you got for the next one? If you're listening on Apple, he left.
All right. Oh, let's see. What do we got here? So let's do this one. There was actually 2 people asked the exact same question. Thoughts on outdoor boys taking a break? This is like big YouTube news.
Yeah, I actually think this is a great question for Sobi.
Yeah. Well, he'll be back.
Yeah, we need him to come back. Did you watch the video or no?
So I did watch it, but this is here we go. We'll let him tap back in real quick.
We're on to a new question.
How was it?
The stream was strong. I can tell you.
I know. I let the folks know. Yeah. Wow.
Actually, though, low key for people who didn't watch that on YouTube, those Gatorade bottles, taking a drink of water from them, there's nothing more satisfactory in the world.
I know,
That's
dude.
the
I wish
best water of your life.
Other than the actual Sport Top Gatorade.
Yes, the like little nozzle top that you turn. That's the best Gatorade.
Damn it, those are good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. Pink had a new fan question.
So it was. We didn't even break this down yet, but it was just like, what are your thoughts on the Outdoor Boys channel on YouTube taking a break? This was like all big news. He posted like a goodbye episode like yesterday.
It down in general.
Yeah.
I did. I just saw that. Isn't this new news like as of yesterday or today?
Yeah.
Like
a
yesterday.
Old. Yep. Which I feel kind of like shitty because I'm like, I was not a viewer of this channel, But I did watch some of their carp and catfish videos on the other channel way back when. I know like their outdoor boys thing is huge, but they had 2 channels going.
So
But, yeah.
I watch some of their stuff every once in a while just because just trying to learn more about YouTube and like what people like and different filming styles. So I'd watch some of it, but I definitely was not an avid viewer. But I
Yeah.
know obviously there's a ton of people in this community.
Oh, I mean, they have millions and millions and
Yeah,
millions
it's
of
like
subscribers.
14 million subs.
Yeah.
I think it might even be, yeah, I don't know. It's insane. Massive.
But Sobi, did you watch the video?
I did. I watched the video. It was like 4 minutes long because I saw it, and he's, he has an incredible channel, incredible fan base, and he's not like a notorious clickbaiter or anything by any means. So when he's like goodbye, I was like, oh wait, what? So I watched it, and I thought it was cool, and I think he's on to his next thing in life.
Can you summarize what the video is for? Like, I didn't get to watch it, but like
Yeah.
I kind of got a general gist from seeing some comments, but I want to make sure I'm not wrong.
So
like summarize it for people who maybe didn't see it like myself.
Basic premise: Outdoor Boys is just an outdoors life YouTube channel. It's very raw, it's very real. There's like not much music. He's a very quirky but knowledgeable guy, and he just does everything camping, outdoor survival. He's an ex-lawyer that moved up to Alaska to pursue his passion to continue to make videos, live outside, and yeah, basically camp and put himself in survival situations. This has grown a massive fan base. And he basically said his fan base has grown so big that their life has become, even more public than they want it to be, even way up in Alaska. And he just goes, I think it's time for me to go on to my next adventure in life, whether that's helping my kids with their YouTube channel and prepare them for later in life. Also, I think he's made enough money, and the residuals he'll make off those videos will basically put him into retirement. I think he can just be a dad and a husband now, and I think he's game to do that, which is really, really cool. I think everybody that builds a business would like to be in a position one day to be like, well, I can leave it. And guys that build businesses never really do. And he's doing that. He's like, I can retire probably right now and be a better family man and a better father and a better husband. I should just do it. And I think he did it. So shout out him.
But like you said, it sounds like he's got kids that, have aspirations to do kind of the same stuff. So I'm sure like he'll be involved with that stuff, which is cool. And then I think he had a comment in there too about like he still had plans to like do stuff, just not on like a regular basis. Like he still wanted to put out content or whatever.
Yeah.
And sure, just maybe in a different form or different way or whatever.
I'm sure it won't be the last we see of him. And I think he's just like, it's so cool because even though he is such a giant platform, such a giant YouTube channel, I do have some insider information that he still filmed all his own videos. He edited all his own videos. He had, full creative control in all this. And like when a business or an YouTube channel reaches that type of an echelon, usually it's not the case. Usually they've got a whole team around them. And I'm sure he has some sort of help somewhere in there, but I think it was a lot just him, which was really raw and cool. It was like he was just making very, his style.
He did it. I think it's cool because he did it for the love of the game.
Yeah, I think he did
for sure.
Yeah, like you could see that in all the videos.
Yeah.
And cool. I did see there were some comments like on social media about people being like super bummed about it, obviously. But like I know, Sam, I've talked to you about this a bunch of times, but it's like, dude, like all this stuff is on YouTube. Like, this stuff will live there forever. You know what I mean? It's like it's there. So it's like people are like, like maybe this guy's not putting on like fresh content, but it's like he's got over 1,000 videos.
Yeah.
Like go watch him.
Of his life, dude.
You know,
very long form videos too of his life and his whole journey from corporate America into living up in Alaska, being a full-time YouTuber in the outdoors. Like it's really cool. And whatever he does next, I'm sure he'll crush it. He's a smart dude. And I think he's going to do something cool like next, whatever it is, whether it's in the public eye or not, whether it's for viewers or not, he's going to do something really cool next.
I do think it's cool though, being able to just walk away like that on your own terms.
Oh yeah. How cool. Like how awesome.
Like just being like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I think that's sweet. Like major props. Like you did it. There's like for example, you know, we all have our goals with our channels or whatever we want to do, right? Like, I'm not. What else has he got to do?
Dude, he's probably going to continue to just like fish and hunt and cook wild food and play outside. He's just like not going to have like the responsibilities of carrying out a camera and putting it on and editing it and being really timely about it. He's just going to probably do the same stuff, just not record it, which is like, dude, do it. Like, go enjoy yourself in Alaska.
Hell yeah. All right, let's do like one more here. So we got this is a good one. We haven't done one of these in a while. Okay, we'll go around the horn here. Go to fast food order. What are you getting?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, I can think of mine immediately.
All right, fire it up.
Taco Bell. It'll be the Nacho Supreme Doritos Locos Tacos. And then I also get a chicken quesadilla. With the Baja Blast.
Side order of toilet paper with that bad boy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
Love me some T-Bell.
Right on. That's solid. T-Bell. Yeah. Sobi, what do you got?
It's probably a straight toss-up between a T-Bell and a T-Bell Crunchwrap Supreme. It's a classic. It's freaking good. Probably with a small, like the chicken, not the chicken wrap, was it? A little chicken burrito off to the side. They used to have a spicy chicken burrito.
Oh, right on.
Or just some OG McDonald's, dude. Like an OG McDonald's fries with some nugs will always hit. It'll always hit. Like, I'm also a fan of the Big Mac and
I know it's tough, dude.
Chicken sandwich. Like I'm just an absolute garbage can, dude. I like everything.
Fiend.
How about you?
I feel like easy go-to would be like Arby's beef and cheddar. You know, or like that, dude. They got that King's Hawaiian fish sandwich at Arby's. Rips, dude.
I've never like. I feel like when I go to fast food, I never get fish or fish sandwich.
I don't either.
I don't either.
But this one I buy. This one I buy
because
this is a good one. But yeah, no, like I like I like Arby's. Like if I'm like, what's in this town and there's one, I'm like, yeah, I'm hitting that.
That's funny. I think everybody's preferences are so interesting.
Yeah.
Because like I see Arby's and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. But my emergency
same. I would be like,
emergency backup slam dunk's gonna be a McChicken every time.
Yeah.
What about this used to be the go-to back in high school? What about a McGangbanger? That is the McChicken inside a McDouble.
I dabble. Yeah. I dabble.
It's gas. I haven't had it since I was
very
young.
good. It's very good.
Did you ever get that, Bart?
I can't say I ever partook in that one. I know people who got it. Sergio would get them all the time.
It's worth a try.
Yeah. Oh, I love a McChicken. I would say my backup option would be Culver's Bacon Deluxe Butterburger.
Okay. Right on.
I'm also a big fan of
just love Culver's.
What about Chick-fil-A? I'm a big fan of Chick-fil-A too. Like, we don't have many of them in Minnesota.
I do not go there. I do not.
See, here's
I've eaten at Chick-fil-A 2 times in my life. It was both times at an airport, and it was for breakfast only.
Oh.
Well, and
I know, dude.
In Pink's defense, with where he works and where he lives, the Chick-fil-A's by his place are arguably the 2 busiest I've ever seen in my life.
The one, yeah.
So like that's the other, and that's where I would say Chick-fil-A. Like if I could go there and just get in and get like it's fast food, right? Okay, I want to get it. I want to get out. Half of the Chick-fil-A's around here, if you want to get anything, it's like a 30 to 40-minute operation. It's with waiting times.
Is it really?
The only fast food that takes longer is Cane's. Because there's so many people in line, and it's whatever.
I don't understand the Cane's crowd. Hot take. I don't understand it. It's chicken fingers with Texas toast. Whatever, dude. Go get chicken fingers somewhere.
I mean, I would put it in the wood smash category, but like,
but I'm not a wood wait over 15 minutes for.
I think it's a Southern thing. I think it's a Southern staple, and we don't understand it. But I'm in the same realm as you, Adam. I don't see. I wouldn't choose Cane's over anything. And also one thing, They don't even have ranch dressing in canes. If you want to have a little bit
Cane
of ranch
sauce.
dressing, I know it's good cane sauce, but like,
I'm just saying that's their thing, you know.
how do they not have some ranch dressing with chicken fingers when that's the only thing on their menu? They're like, oh, we don't have ranch.
And they're like, get wrecked. We don't do that. It's like,
I'm
okay.
like, yeah, I don't.
I've never understood the cane side. Like, it's good. It would eat. It's good. Just don't understand the floods of people.
Like, maybe if I was gonna like DoorDash it, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't going there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Agreed.
I
got another one, Pink.
Well, let's see. I think we did.
There were a couple good ones there.
A little check-in.
Oh, here we go.
I still haven't heard anything. Dude,
we're getting ghosted. Yeah.
Should we call them out?
Dial it up. So here we'll do this last. We'll do one more here. This is actually a good question. I think this is going to get on a tangent, but we'll let it rip anyway. What's the best way to find lakes that are less traveled, and what are the best things to look for? This is, I feel, okay. Maybe let's do this. Again? We'll take this at a high level because we can get in the weeds heavy on this. But okay, what's the best way to find lakes that are less traveled, and what are the best things to look for? So I'll lead this off. Yeah. So it probably really depends. I mean, I don't know what their angle is here, but like if I'm looking for like under the radar lakes, not going somewhere super popular, right? Or like finding a new area to try to fish. Number one by far is going to be looking for fisheries data and then boat ramp accesses. Because it's like there's a lot of good information out there on that. There's a lot of ways to search for it. But like if you're looking for somewhere that's not as popular as other places, you're definitely looking at generally smaller bodies of water and ones that either have really shitty boat ramps or boat ramps that are not directly off like a super awesome road. Because that's the reason that people aren't going to them.
I was gonna add into that, Pink. Like when I find an area that I'm like, oh, I should go explore this, and then I'm like, where can I stay around here? And I look on Google Maps, like lodging options, and it's like 30 minutes away. I'm like, oh, dude, this place is gonna be lit.
Yeah,
like, it is so inconvenient to get here.
Yeah. But you got to pair that with the fishery stuff, right? Like not every lake that sucks to get on is good. Like there's a bunch of them that have a lot of very small pike. Okay.
Yes. And that also parlays, like it's not in every state, but like in Minnesota and Wisconsin, and I think coming to North Dakota and South Dakota soon. This is straight up an easy way to do this is with Onyx Fish.
Yeah.
It's an app that all three of us use. No.
Not even like a direct plug. Like it kind of is, but like this is the juice.
Like Onyx Fish does not sponsor this app in any way, shape, or form.
This podcast.
Yes.
We're not an app.
We could be an app. No, it's an amazing app. If you're in the Midwest, download Onyx Fish, and it has access to all the fisheries data, at least in Minnesota, like for every single lake that's ever been surveyed ever. And that is the fastest way to figure out what lives in the lake and what's been surveyed. Obviously, some surveys don't always show what's in there, and some surveys show a lot, but
it at least gives you something rather than looking at Google Earth or whatever and being like, I wonder what lives in there. Like you at least get something, and you know where the boat ramp is. If you're trying to go for pike, and you can at least figure out, is there a pike in that lake? And just like what Ryan said, like go off the beaten path, go areas that are inconvenient, and sometimes that can be not that far away from really populated areas. Like,
and it might just be like you have to drive like a quarter mile down kind of a shitty gravel road, not like it's a 30-mile backcountry thing. Like just a little extra effort that people are like, I'm not dealing with that.
And one thing
I will say, other sneaky little tip for people that I'll give out is there's a lot of really good lakes close to really popular lakes.
There is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
they just get overshadowed.
Yeah, exactly. Like where all the resorts and everything are and everything, you go look at there and you go, all right, what are the 10 lakes around here? There's probably a couple really good ones because everybody wants to go fish the big popular one.
It's just like in Minnesota. If we were to use this as an example, the lakes around Lake Minnetonka, really good. The lakes around Mille Lacs, really good. The lakes around your Leech Lake, really good. Lakes around
and you're
anything
talking lakes that are like 200 to 600 acres, like not like big ones. Like there's a lot of puddles that are really good.
And I do also hate this comment. I've just seen it online. I don't like it. Like with the Onyx fish, people are like, "Oh, is this just like a knockoff of Fish Brain?" No.
Not even close.
No. If we are trying to answer Ryan's question correctly, this app will help you narrow down lakes and the fish that live in there because they have the data from the Minnesota.
Okay,
DNR.
and here's the thing: this is not anecdotal information. Like people were like, "I took my grandkids here and we caught some big bass." This is like actual fisheries, like data, and not like creel surveys where they were just talking to anglers that are leaving the lake. Like this is actual fisheries, either electrofishing or netting data that they're actually recording, like the lengths of fish by species at different times of the year. And in some lakes, there's multiple years of data, depending on what area you're looking in. But the big thing is like, we probably don't want to go down this rabbit hole, but like understanding what that fisheries data actually means is like a whole nother thing you can talk about for a really long time. But essentially what you're looking for in a lake that's going to produce really good for whatever species you're looking for, whether it's walleyes, muskies, crappie, whatever, is in the fisheries data. You're looking at the method and the time of year that they did the surveys, because like spring surveys are oftentimes a lot more effective at actually capturing fish than like summer or even fall surveys can be, because a lot of the fish are shallow at that time of year. So if you were seeing like surveys in September and they weren't getting a lot of fish, that doesn't necessarily mean it's not a good lake. Like if you're looking at like April and May surveys and there's not a lot of fish, then it's probably like maybe not ideal. But you want to see basically spring surveys that surveyed really well, or any other time of year that surveyed well is even better, because that means, even when the fish are deep, that
I'd like to give away a nugget too. I give away a nugget because if somebody has listened an hour, 26 minutes in and they like this question or can relate to it in any way, here's a nugget. I don't care if you're going for bass, pike, crappie, or even a lot of instances, walleye. Dirtier water lakes, which you can figure out through the Minnesota DNR and through surveys in general, are just more fertile. They've got more trophy potential. They're freaking sleepers. If it's a dirty body of water, go try it. If it seems intimidating because it is dirty, don't be. Dirty bodies of water grow fish, and they grow them fast.
Yep. So look for the Secchi disc readings of like under 5 feet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for bass. Like if you're like a bass head, you're like, I find dirty water lakes.
Yeah. Yep. But definitely spend some time like looking, even if you don't get Onyx fish or whatever, just go on. I mean, I guess it depends what state you're in, but find fisheries data, spend some time looking through it, trying to understand like what that stuff actually means. Super helpful.
A lot of it comes down to, it's kind of like a tale as old as time, but it comes to a lot of research and behind the scenes work, and then also a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
Like it's not like we say this and we go hit home runs all the time, but it leads you down the right path to getting there, and just you have to be willing to explore and strike out a bunch.
And sometimes it sucks. Right.
Yeah, sometimes you get there and you're like, I don't get this.
And
that
can
you're like,
be
good thing we brought a bunch of beers.
A fun thing too is if you are just like, I want to go down a rabbit hole, I want to try new lakes, I want to go fish lakes I've never fished, I have no history on. You can find sections of whatever state you live in that have a decent amount of small lakes around them. So you can do the lake hopping method. You know what I mean? If it's a small lake, you can get an idea in the first couple hours of fishing if this is maybe even worth your time. In 2 or 3 hours, if it's not going down at all, screw it. Go to the next lake. They're always biting somewhere. And there's always lakes that are untouched, and they'll show themselves when you're on.
Yeah. Obviously, there's always little things. Like everyone's got little tips and tricks all over the place. But I mean, even with this app, like, yes, this app is sick. And like, I know I've seen like a lot of comments online. People are like, oh, this is going to ruin lakes. And it's like, it's not. I mean, the information's already out there. It's just, it's making it easier to use. But at the end of the day, you still need to understand what it means, because you can you can type in all this stuff on that app and you can get a whole list of all these lakes. But if you don't understand what the heck you're even looking at, it's like,
and you got to go. You still got to go.
You got to go there and put in the effort, and it still takes time. Yeah.
Yeah. Just go.
So-
And it's the most rewarding thing in the
Explore.
whole entire world is trying a brand new lake. You have no expectations. You have a theory or a thought. And when you freaking catch them out there, I don't care what you're fishing for. It's the best feeling in the world as an angler to go try a brand new spot and then to have some success. It's the best feeling. The best feeling. You have no memories on a place. You're going there fresh, and it's like, no way.
Yeah.
It happened. Or if it didn't happen, you're like, whatever. Like, shake it off. It's the best feeling, though.
But you're still learning every time. So 'cause I feel like a lot of the best anglers, like people you talk to that are always like, if you say, hey, have you ever been to this lake? They're like, oh yeah. Like we went there once, or whatever. Like just exploring, going to new bodies of water, just trying stuff is just the best way to go about doing it. Like it's the quickest way to learn, just to fish and just get out there and do it. So good question though. Good question. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's move on to something else here. I'm not sure where we're going with this, but let's
Do we want to do fantasy? We haven't done fantasy.
Yeah, let's do a little fantasy. So there is not an upcoming tournament, so we're letting the dust kind of settle here. But we need a score update. I have no idea where we sit with any of this.
Yeah, I just went through and did it all before the show.
Okay, so let's start with that. Let's get a little scoreboard.
So for people that don't know, we have the Bassmaster Fantasy group, Pass the Barb. So we do Bassmaster Fantasy Fishing. They obviously have their scoring system, and we have ours. We do it golf scoring wise, just to keep it competitive and everything throughout the year. So basically, if you win, you get 1. If you take last, you get 3. Right now, we are sitting at myself, Bart, with 16. Pinkala with 13.
Oh.
Sobi with 13.
Oh.
We got a tight race. Basically, what this comes down to is I take first or third in every tournament, and you guys alternate between first and second when I take last.
How did the last one shake out? The Elite
my
Series
God.
event was Sabine. Obviously, the weights were extremely low. And then as this tournament happened, I was like, I forgot the team that I picked. And the top 10 looks totally different than any other tournaments. I was like,
you actually ended up okay.
You won, Sobi.
I thought I was going to lose. I thought I was going to lose.
If it was based on day one, you were in trouble.
The cut. I didn't have one person make the cut. One.
Bart had a really low score. It was like
what was your lineup?
I think it was a good lineup too.
Like obviously, you had
Brock Mosley, Tyler Rivette.
Brock Mosley was an anchor, I think, for a lot of people because he's done so good there.
Yes, consistently.
And just laid an egg.
And I had Fighter. Normally, guys who do well at the Sabine, like they make the cut and they grind it out. So different guys win there all the time, but like they don't bomb. But like this, like. I saw a post from guys in practice that the Sabine was being very Sabine-y.
Yeah, Polnick said that.
Yeah.
And it was because, like, dude, normally it's like 10 to 13 and then maybe you see a 16-pound bag. This was like, dude's got a 2.25, and they were like, oof, biggin'. And you're like, oh boy. Like, I saw a clip of Schlapper put one on a scale and go, yes, 189. And I'm like, oh my God, okay. This is where we're at,
Like he just called.
He just called. I love how they went to the Sabine right after Fork. Like that's incredible.
I know.
I love it. I actually think it was really cool because it's such a toss-up tournament. Like I'm here for it. I thought it was cool as hell.
Yeah. I love it. There's always people who complain. It's like, dude, it's a fishing tournament. Someone's got to win at the place.
Right. It's even on a tough tournament.
It is a great tournament venue, in my opinion. Because someone different always wins.
Yeah.
And there's always different people up on the leaderboard.
They catch them weird ways. They can barely catch them. It's really cool.
It was really intriguing seeing Koya and Taku do so well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Taku's done well there before now, too. So it's like very interesting. It's such a weird, bizarre fishery. So it's fun to watch.
And that's what I like to see, too. I like to see guys totally outside their comfort zone, and the Sabine is in nobody's comfort zone. So I'm like, yeah, make them freaking work for it. Make them go into the tournament going, I'm not on shit, and everybody feels that. Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah, yeah, and I think kind of looking at Fork, the Fork tournament was insane. It always is.
Yeah,
but dude, I loved it so much. Did you guys see the picture of the top 10 after day 3? And did you
No.
have the same thought I did?
What?
I didn't see it, but
Seth Feider was the only person over the age of 25 in that top 10.
No.
oh really? Yeah.
I think it was 25, but like everybody was in their 20s or younger.
But then what was
And then it was just Seth hanging out, flipping a jig, baby. But it made it, he got blown out at the end of the day, but it was still awesome to see it,
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, I mean, people are going to catch him every time. So,
No, it was super, super cool to see. Also, that from Hartwell, Paul Marks took first, Tucker Smith took second. And then at Fork, Tucker Smith won, Paul Marks took second.
Wow. I didn't know that.
it was
Yeah,
cool
they
to see
traveled together.
Tucker get that win, though. Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot of second place finishes.
I don't, yeah, like
So
a ton.
many. Yeah, he like a ridiculous amount of second place.
All the way
finishes.
back through college and high
Even
school.
in college. Yeah. I was going to say, yeah.
I think he took second in the college bracket twice.
Easton.
I think
Yeah.
he did it the year before that too.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To Logan Park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tucker's so many seconds. So he deserved that. It was good to see. He did also win the $1 million tournament with Logan Parks, but yeah, it's cool to see. I love seeing we've talked about it before, but I love seeing there's a huge just changing of the guard happening in bass fishing, and it was bound to happen just because of age.
Yeah.
And now this new crew's coming in, and God, they can catch him.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's
Heck,
lethal, dude.
Easton Fothergill made the top 10 at Sabine.
He would, dude. He would. He is a freaking sledgehammer.
Yeah, leave it to him to like bottom dweller the first two, win the classic, and then top 10, top 10, top 10, top 10, top 10.
How did Dakota Ebert do? How did Dakota Ebert do at Fork and the Sabine?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he had a tough one. I think he had a tough one at Fork, didn't he?
Well, he's a Texas boy.
I didn't see. I'm not that. I wasn't that up on the standings. I'd have to look into it.
Yeah.
I think he's just been. I think he's gonna have like a breakout year next year.
Dude, the elites are a tough place to be, man. You get in there and suddenly like everybody's as good or if not better than you, and the margin for error is literally zero.
It is, but like people get hot too. You know what I mean?
They do get hot,
people,
dude.
It's
a momentum deal too. It is.
Yeah. It's not
Fishing
just
is a
like
momentum deal.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe because it's such a mental game too. But it's interesting to see. Like you can totally tell when somebody really is putting the pieces together and they're clicking. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, no, I know we've been following a lot of the PTB boys that we've had on, and it's fun to watch.
Yeah, and we got 2 more or 3 more events.
3 more. Yep.
We got 10 Killer in the middle of June.
Right. That's the next one. So
yep. And then beginning of August, St. Clair, end of August, Mississippi River Lacrosse.
Oh, really? Cool. I forgot they're going to Mississippi. That's cool.
Yeah, we should maybe try to go over there.
We should, dude. We literally should.
Yeah, at least probably figure something out.
Swing over there for one of the weigh-ins or last day or something.
Dude, we should.
We should. I can see it.
Do a pod from there.
PTB live at the Elite Series.
Live at the library, downtown La Crosse, having some beers.
Under the bridge, brother. Come on. I got a spot.
I'm talking the library, the bar. Have you been?
Oh, I've been.
I have not been.
I've been.
It's a good bar.
But yeah, no. So that's your fantasy update.
So we're tied for first, and Party Boy's in the basement right now.
Yeah, but only by 3. Like that can literally flip in a tournament.
That's a full derb.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember? We remember where the standings were last year at this point in time. But speaking of, I didn't hear the last podcast. Sobi, what is the status of your punishment?
Really, you've got to go back and listen to PTB. I
fill
cannot,
me in here.
I cannot stress it enough for you to go back and listen.
Yeah. So essentially,
I know he got given a Paw Patrol rod.
He will. So at this point, he will just feel more guilty when he doesn't do it. So
that's basically what it was.
It's a Paw Patrol.
he's not doing it, but he has a rod now that will make him feel shame. And based on the last pod, he wasn't happy with the line selection that came on.
Yeah, I think this 5-pound monofilament is just not adequate enough, and I haven't gotten around to respooling it. The drag is nice.
All we've learned is Sam Sobi is not a man of his word.
I've always been a cork handle guy, and this is synthetic, so I just don't know if I can.
Right,
but now that we're fishing Tourney Tuesdays together, I'm just gonna slam all of his rods in his rod locker door, and that will be the only available rod. And I will just sit in the back of the boat.
Pink, this is really on you. What you need to do one day.
Of course, I knew this was somehow going to be my fault.
No, it's not your fault. It's just PTB Nation's going to be looking at you one day when you go to Tourney Tuesday, and you're just going to have to like pull all his rods out before you go and hand him the rod and be like, dude, this is it. Like, we're doing it right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no reason not to do it.
Just with the amount of pondweed and this being a 3:1 gear ratio, I just feel like I can't perform with this unless I got a good crankbite going.
I just aspire to one day to be Sobi in the sense of just not caring at all that everyone is infuriated with
I
me.
was under the impression that like it's like we all got to take turns. You know what I mean? I never want to play out of turn. And I know Will's down there. He found love in Argentina, and he hasn't run the turkey trot or the 5K. I was under the impression like, don't go before he goes. Whatever. I don't know.
You're running out of excuses. I thought you thought so highly of our fans, PTB Nation. You tell them you love them all the time, but then you just won't go fish a derby with the Snoopy pole, or sorry, Paw Patrol pole.
This has been a long form troll.
The fans,
they don't know what I got planned. I can't. Maybe I don't want to divulge.
All right, so we're probably not ever gonna get it.
No.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
It better happen. Because I tell you, we haven't even made
stabs a big one off for you soon.
Pink. Put that evil on me.
That's the kind of evil I'm putting on.
Ricky, you can walk.
I'm sorry that I took that really.
Would this be frowned upon, Pink? Just an idea here. I don't. This might be against the integrity of fishing tournaments, but hear me out. Just to take this to a level where Sobi will do it.
Mm-hmm.
Say every Tourney Tuesday you fish with him when you're in the back deck, and he throws one in the live well, he goes back up front, and you just pull it out and take the sides off it, and then throw it back in.
We're only weighing fillets in terms.
We're only weighing fillets, and we're killing all of them, so we can't call. And you're like, so we're harvesting every day. So when he catches a 4-pounder, and you look at him, you're like, your call. You just got the knife and sitting out.
Tourney Tuesday, sponsored by Dexter Knives.
This brings me to my next ad rig, Catch and Cook. Now U.S. side based,
coming to a weigh-in near you.
I mean, I think, the tournament crowd may not love it, but if you just look at the boys and you're like, hey, it's for Passive Barb, they'll be like, oh, okay. And then you just cook them up for everyone at weigh-in, you just make them drop you off an hour early, you fire everything up so everyone gets in, you got the food, and they're like, well, where's your fish? And you're like, right here.
Right here. That would be so savage. You imagine?
They're like, oh, did you guys dump your fish? No, we just knocked the sides off them.
You get the Traeger rolling and you come in. Did you get 5? You're like, no, we got 6. One's on the grill.
Yeah. We fish sandwiches all around, boys.
That could be a way you could maybe get him to do it, though. Just he throws one in and you just pull it out. You're just like, Dad.
Want to see me do it again?
I think just
grab the Snoopy pole.
just to remove this dark cloud that's looming over me right now. I think I'd like to take this time to send the PTB Nation after the guest who has just brutally stood us up. I think we should. Is it time?
Yeah. Time to throw shade.
Current time check is 9:20 p.m. Our guest was supposed to come on at 8 p.m. The guest tonight on the docket, and we had already Venmo'd him. We paid him, what was it, sub, I can't even remember. It was a lot of money.
It doesn't even matter.
We paid him a ton of money for him to come on tonight, and he took that check, cashed it, and he hasn't come on tonight. The one, the only, the infamous Eric Hayata, between fishing, holding records, doing media production, being a famous guide, and jiu-jitsu. He has stood us up tonight. He is a longtime friend of ours, but he'll be on the docket for another day, I think.
Word is he may have already spun that check around into pull tabs and is currently cracking them right now.
Yeah, so I think for the next 5 minutes, we need to give him a hard time. I think, yeah, this could be the
really good deflection by Sobi.
This could be the roast of Eric Hadia for the next 5 minutes, and I think he's earned it well by ghosting the PTB crew. So I think we should do just.
I'll let you lead the roast since you seem so adamant to get away from the Snoopy poll conversation.
I will. I'll lead the roast off by saying,
he's like almost panicking at this point.
Yeah, okay. Like that was a very hard right turn.
But I like the committal going into this.
Yeah, we're about to roast Eric Hadia for the next 5 minutes. It's going to be great. All right, I'll start it out.
It's funny how you spell we. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric, remember when you used to win the Sturgeon Bay Open?
Oh, I don't think he's ever won the Sturgeon Bay Open, actually.
Oh, dang.
Oh, my God.
Next, you're up.
You said, yeah, I thought you were leading this. This was your roast.
That's what I led with.
Oh, I was ready to listen to you talk about it.
No, we're going to do it's around the horn. You're up next.
I think maybe we just punish him by making him do the whole thing, Pink.
Okay, I'll go.
Direct hatred.
I'll go. Eric Hadia, you smell like fish eggs.
I mean, that's probably accurate.
Eric Hadia, your teeth are really white, but your heart is black for standing us up tonight.
We were going to have Spencer on, but we called you instead.
Eric Hadia, remember when you used to catch big trout?
He still catches big trout.
Okay.
Oh, shit. That one.
Oh, yeah. Shoot.
Talk about your all-time backfires.
39 hours.
Eric Hadia, remember when you got last place in 39 hours?
You remember that?
You remember that? When there was a placing, like, yeah, you placed last. I remember that. Eric Hadia, your hair used to be not as gray. It's really gray now.
Huh. Savage.
Wow.
Eric
Hadia, your boat smells like fish eggs.
Accurate.
Bring it home. Bring it home.
You're doing so good.
Yeah. Here comes the dagger.
You set the hook like a trout angler.
There it is. Wow. Well, if that doesn't get him to come on next time, I don't know what will.
Thank you, everybody, for coming to our segment titled Sam Sobi Does a Roast to try to get out of his fantasy fishing punishment.
Wow.
We'll add that one to the docket for next week. Who should he roast next week?
Yeah. Caught in the crossfire. Oh, my God.
Sorry you got caught in the crossfire of Eric of Sobi trying to get out of a fantasy punishment. He just needed anything to get out of the top.
I had to bring this pizzazz.
All right. Speaking of getting drunk. Wow, what an awesome segue.
You're so good.
So we haven't done this segment in a long time. I wanted to bring this one back around because I actually do really love this one. And I feel like we always come up with something new here, but it is time for another episode of PTB's What You Been Drinking.
Okay, let me a quick. You guys can start.
Oh, let me guess. You have to pee?
Yes.
Weird. Never saw it coming. I think he might actually have a problem.
I feel like in this time frame we should do the roast of Sam Sobi. Should we just read?
It's
I'm
too
sure
easy. It's too
I'm
easy.
sure. Should we just read a couple of our? So I know we each still have our weigh-in topics of things slower than Sobi's time to proposal. Should we just read a couple and not tell him about it?
Well, maybe we
And
should do that
everyone will-
every time he goes to take a piss.
I know. Okay.
Forever.
So you want to go through? You want to go first or me? And we'll just
Okay,
alternate through.
Okay, you can go first. Yeah, you go first.
Okay. I have. Sorry. Crossfire, but Pinkala quitting his job.
Ooh. Okay, I'll take that. My first one is evolution.
That's good. My second one, a loaded down pontoon on July 4th weekend.
Ooh, very nice. Very nice. The gas pump when the gas station is almost out of fuel.
That is a very good one.
It is frustratingly slow.
Just a reminder for everyone, this is just topics from a weigh-in. We will do one day of the weigh-in of things slower than Sobi's time to proposal. My next one is grandma's Monday morning walk.
Ooh, very nice. Very nice. Let's see. Let's fire back with a good one here. I think
I've been keeping a tab of these for so long. I have so many.
have you? Have you really loading up
I have
here?
a bunch of them.
Okay. Let's go with what's a very slow animal per se?
Oh, no. Okay, we're done.
Yeah. We'll circle back on that, but yeah.
Okay. Now we're doing a little segment of what you've been drinking.
Yeah, let's go. Sobi, fresh off the pisser. Give us a snapshot here. What have you been drinking?
It's something new.
It is. Okay. See, we're doing the right thing here.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
It's something new, but not new at the same time.
New to you, as it were.
No, not new to me. Something that broke my heart when it was gone, but it is back now. Don't call it a comeback. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Bush Apple.
Oh, the Bapple wagon is back.
Is back. I was a massive fan of Bush Apple when they launched it. I want to say 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And when I heard it was coming back, I called, I think, 3 stores around my house, and one of them just got the shipment, and I went there and I doubled down, and I couldn't be more happy. I consider myself a Bush Light athlete myself, but bringing back the Bapple.
Is that because of the Instagram ad?
No. Anybody who knows me on personal level knew that I hoarded this till the end. I can tell you the last place in Minnesota they sold Bush Apple before they were gone. It was Bemidji, Minnesota, and I made the drive. To get 2 cases that were at the Bemidji liquor store. It's in between the lakes, Bemidji, like the 2 lakes.
Yeah.
That store was the last place in Minnesota to have it, and I made the drive. And then it was gone. It was freaking gone for 3 years, but it's back now. Let's do a first Bapple hit of the night. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. That looks crisp. Yeah.
It's got that crisp lager taste with a clean beer apple finish. Come on.
The crew that I was with this weekend actually procured Bapple Tall Boys.
Oh,
what?
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Secured.
I've actually never seen that.
I indulged. Yeah.
They are good though, aren't they? Aren't they wicked good?
They are pretty solid. Yeah, I gotta say. They are pretty good. Actually great lead into mine here.
Let's hear it.
Been on a little bit of a new one. Cocktail.
Oh.
Very easy. Simple. This is like I feel like this is something that I could see, like Stolsky would run it back with me on this.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of Crown Royal for a long time.
Oh yeah.
This is nothing new. They have a lot of different types of Crown, and I have recently been dabbling with Crown Apple 7.
Oh.
And it is something else, brother.
That's
Crown
an oldie
Apple
but
7.
a goodie.
Oh. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
One of those one that just hits, dude.
I haven't had
Crown
that.
Apple 7s for the boys all around.
I don't think I've had a Crown Apple 7 in maybe like 6 or 7 years, dude. They were so good, but I got on them for a while and they were so good. I might have to run it back with you.
Yeah, I was indulging this weekend, man, and I was like, this is it. This is the one.
especially when it's warm out too. Like,
oh god, yeah, dude, they
Ooh.
were hitting.
I like that.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna be on those for a little bit.
Bart, how about you?
I don't. So I have one, but I will also say I have not been indulging in much lately. I've been on a health kick for like the last month. So basically, my stuff has been vodka soda with a lime, if I have anything, which I find very refreshing and
It's good.
good. But it's also like, let's be real here. It is what it is.
It's checking a box.
You're
It's
checking a
okay.
box, and it's also like I'm trying to lose a few pounds before the wedding, which everybody gets to where I'm at eventually.
What about LaCroix? Do you ever hit a little LaCroix in there?
Yeah, I mean, you can do that
LaCroix's
too.
terrible, dude.
Yeah,
I'm a LaCroix fan, dude.
I know we've talked about this.
It doesn't matter. I don't care if you're a fan. It's just as bad.
Yeah.
Oh man,
So yeah,
You
so
can be a
I'll
fan.
do,
It just
I'll
isn't
do a
good.
little bit of that. However, I will say, when I splurged a little bit, I spent 2 weeks basically in Wisconsin earlier this month. Every year in May for me is Moon Man month.
oh,
The best beer that New Glarus makes. It's not Spotted Cow. It is Moon Man, and it is by a landslide. So for people who enjoy beers like I do, that is what I have splurged on. I freaking love Moon Man. It's way better out of a bottle too than a can, but a can will do. But yeah, Moon Man by New Glarus. Love it. It's that season for me. And it'll be done here once the ones I have at my house are gone. And the next time I make it to Wisconsin, basically, because you can only get into Wisconsin.
Moon Man is so good. It's so undervalued too, just because obviously like Spotted Cow gets.
Yeah, I love Moon Man. I'll take Moon Man every day of the week. Two Women's my other favorite one, but Moon Man's number one.
And like you guys know, like I'm definitely more of like a cocktail.
Yeah,
situation
you're a cocktail
like I do. I'll drink. I like beer, but like I mean, if I'm just gonna have like it's gonna be cocktails. But I have had not this. It's not like I only had this recently, but I did have this not that long ago. This is an excellent beer, and it's it's not like one that you're gonna sit down and just smash like 30. This is not a case raised beer, but this one, if you're looking for something a little different, very good. And even from people that actually know what they're talking about with beer, this is like if you've heard of Tribute, it's a brewery in Eagle River.
I have not heard of that one.
I haven't heard it. No.
So they have a beer called Blueberry Train, and it is unreal, dude.
Is it like I've had a blueberry like blonde before, so it's like a McGolden Light but blueberry. Like, what's this one like?
It's a I'm trying to remember. It's a wheat ale.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wheat ale's like a Blue Moon. So.
Okay. Yes, but it's called Blueberry Train. Super good.
Is it like actually blue, or is it like still
no?
Normal color beer with
beer color
with blueberry flavor. Like it tastes like blueberries.
Correct. Yes. Mm-hmm. Very.
I
good,
do love those. Are enjoyable in the summer. Like
so, if you ever see that, it's pretty available, especially in Wisconsin. Like it's a lot of places have it on tap.
I'm gonna try that.
Yeah. If you ever see a blueberry beer, like just in general, coming from a guy who does drink a lot of beers in general and explores those options, in the summer, if you are at any place and they have a blueberry beer that is a lager, a wheat ale, or something like that, you can get a sour, but a sour is a sour. Like it's more like a cider. It's not necessarily.
Yeah, this is not a sour.
Yeah, not a sour. So I'm just throwing that disclaimer out on this of you will always find a blueberry sour. But if you find a blueberry, like I said, like a lager or wheat ale or something like that, Pilsner, even that, whatever, try it because it's a light beer that's done by a brewery, but it has blueberry flavoring and it's always super refreshing. So it's very similar to like if a summer shandy was blueberry.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Yeah.
Type of vibe. Little different, but same type of vibe.
Yes. Yeah.
Yum.
But super good beer. Yeah. So if you haven't tried that one, I would definitely, if you see it somewhere, get it because it's pretty damn good.
I like that. I have an honorable mention.
Fired up.
So haven't been making a ton of these. We don't make a ton of these, but we love them. Steph and I, we both love Bloody Marys. And a hot tip that we got recently was if you want to add just a little extra heat to your Bloody Mary with more flavor. A lot of people throw in Tabasco sauce, stuff like that. That's a common ingredient in there. Jalapeno juice, like from the jar. Hit
like
a little dabble of that.
Pickled jalapeno juice.
Pickle jalapeno juice. It adds a lot of flavor and a little bit of heat, but not like heat from a hot sauce, heat from like a pickled vegetable. It's so good. Add, still adding your pickle juice, your vodka, obviously your tomato juice or whatever Bloody Mary mix you enjoy. Yeah.
What are you garnishing that with? Come on.
A meat stick. I like to hit a little cheese stick in there as well. A pickle, and Mrs. Dash, some seasonings. I also enjoy a little Worcestershire sauce in there, but recently the jalapeno juice has been like a hot tip, and it's good. Try it next time.
Damn. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that twist. I don't think I've done that.
You got to try it.
Like just a slam dunk.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I learned it from a bartender actually, and like we had his Bloody Mary, and we're like, dude, this tastes like, because he asked, he's like, do you want it hot? And we're like, yeah. And he made it, and I'm like, this tastes like flavorful, but a little heat. It's different. And he's like, oh, that's my trade secret. And then I was like, come on, give it up. And so that's it. Now I'm just spewing.
Yeah, dude, I will. Sorry, we're on a bloody tangent right now, dude. I got Bloody Mary beef sticks.
Oh,
that is the move.
Yeah. Like the casings for them, or like, what do you mean? You got Bloody Mary beef stick.
They're Bloody Mary flavored.
Yes. To like put
where?
I don't even remember. Just some, whatever meat place or whatever I stop at.
Yum.
Give that a dabble. That could be a little silver bullet.
If you're a bloody guy, there's a lot of things you can do. I personally am not a bloody guy. Like
Not
I'll drink one. I'll drink I'll get one. I drink it. I take the first drink. I'm like, oh, that's good. And then I get about halfway through it, and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of done with this.
It's filling. Okay. Yeah, they are filling.
Like that's kind of my situation.
Yeah. Well, and it's like there's so many different mixes and stuff too. It's sick.
But that's good.
Okay. Well, I think we should still do our 1v1, even though it's just us.
Sobi and I can do it. What do we got?
Yeah, even though the guy that lost 39 hours, even though he's not here, we could still do it.
Yeah.
The guy that got last place in 39 hours.
Yeah. What was his name?
Yeah.
He fished with that Alex guy.
Hayata? I don't know. Yeah, we could do it without him.
Silent J in there somewhere.
We need to disclose that Eric is a buddy of ours. He is our friend. We've known him for years.
But he did take our money.
He took our money and cashed it, and that's what world record holders do. You know what I mean? They just they take that glory and that coin.
Competitor.
They're ruthless.
I've seen it coming.
They're ruthless, except for when they're on media productions called 39 Hours and they get last place. That was something that he was horrible at. You know,
I didn't see that coming.
Dead last.
Wow. Okay. All right. So this one's good. And now actually, I think he would have had a great advantage in this. So I think that the playing field will be much more even at this point. And normally these are the topics of 1v1v1 are quite specific, actually. This week it is not. This week the topic is fishing, and the state of Wisconsin.
Oh.
So all of these
fishing in the state of Wisconsin?
Fishing, and the state of Wisconsin, all separate.
Okay.
Not fishing in Wisconsin. Okay, yes.
Okay, got it now.
So every question
that Oxford comma was pretty important there. I got that.
I guess I should have inflected more pause there.
Fishing and the state of Wisconsin.
Fishing,
and the state of Wisconsin.
Okay.
So as I just said, each question will relate to one of those things or a combination of them. We have 10 heavily researched topics here. There is a correct answer to each one, and we do have one 3-part question.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Each one is worth 1 point. The 3-part question, you have a maximum opportunity of 3 points there. I'll be keeping score. And because there's only 2 of you, I think for each one, you'll both be allowed to answer before hearing the correct answer.
Okay.
I oblige.
Makes sense. So you don't have to ring in for this. You'll just both be able to answer. This is what I'm getting at. Okay. All right. We're leading this off. Of the $7.4 billion American anglers spend on fishing each year, about $300 million is spent on this. What is it? Consistently spent. So year to year, consistently spend roughly $300 million on this. American anglers.
Out of how much total?
7.4 billion.
Okay.
300 million of that.
So we going
is
first or
spent on
me? Because
this
then we'll
by
alternate.
U.S. anglers.
Okay. Yeah.
Sobi, go ahead. Lead us off here.
I'm going to say in general, fishing licenses.
Incorrect.
I'm gonna go live bait.
Also incorrect. Take that as a wash for both of you. The correct answer is ice.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Ice.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wicked tuna. The captains would be slapping me in the face right now.
300 mil.
Whoa.
Just ice.
Frozen water.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
That's a great business to be in.
Yeah. Big ice.
Big Ice, reach out to us. Be a sponsor of the pod. We will push the Big Ice movement, and hopefully we can bring it up to 400 mil next
400
year.
mil. Yeah. We could probably tap in another 100. Yeah.
Yeah. Easy.
All right. 0-0 going into question 2 here.
Wow.
This one, the fastest fish in the world goes 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds. What species is this fish?
I'm first, right?
Yes.
Because Sobi was first last time. I'm gonna go barracuda.
Okay. Sobi?
I also am going to go barracuda.
The correct answer is sailfish. Sailfish.
Oh!
Fastest fish in the ocean.
Really? I thought the barracuda was.
There's a
the
chance
barracuda...
Sobi and I are gonna go over in this, and this is not good.
I really thought it was barracuda, dude.
It is possible. Well, someone will win because one of these things is the closest without going over situation. So someone will be a champion.
Yeah. I have a feeling that Pink went saltwater heavy on this. And
I did not. I did not.
No, because
I did not. They get easier. Okay. So I foresaw this happening. So, okay. According to the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, what is the most sought after species of fish in Wisconsin?
I'm up first.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So
I'm gonna go.
The most sought after fish in Wisconsin.
I'm gonna go perch.
Bart?
I'm thinking really hard here because I'm wondering how big the Great Lakes effect on this is.
Out of the entire state, we're talking.
I know.
Statewide, most sought after fish in Wisconsin.
I'm gonna go walleye.
The correct answer.
Was it salmon?
Walleye. It's walleye.
Oh fuck yeah! Okay, good.
I was thinking.
I was worried about the Great Lakes.
Bart on the board.
I was worried about the Great Lakes. I really was. Because I started thinking about whitefish and the salmon out there and the trout, and I'm like, God,
it could have been whitefish.
All right.
I was thinking perch, man. A Wisconsin fish fry is a perch fry.
Where do you catch perch in Wisconsin, dude?
Oh, dude, like every all over the
Yeah,
place.
I guess Green
every
Bay.
most of the
church fish
forage
fry
bases
bar.
are-
There you go.
Yeah, every
true,
barge
true.
fish fry, they're all talking about come to the perch fry.
But people
And
want
it's not
those walleyes, dude.
I know it. I
It's the
know
Tom Bowley effect.
Yeah.
All right. Although
And
highly
I thought about the spring down in De Pere and stuff, and I was like, it's got to be walleyes.
I thought it was just too obvious. That was a trick question.
It wasn't. Very straightforward. Okay.
Balls.
Although highly controversial as to its validity, Louis Spray's world record muskie that stands as the Wisconsin state record is not recognized by the International Game Fish Association as the world record at 69 pounds 11 ounces for this reason. Why is the Louis Spray muskie not an IGFA recognized world record?
I remember Honor talking about this, and I'm trying to remember what it is.
And because it is not recognized as that, Cal Johnson's fish is recognized by the IGFA as the world record. For this reason.
Certified scale.
Bart?
I think, I'm going to go with Sobi on certified scale, but I don't think that's right.
It is not. The correct answer is because they shot it twice. And that, by rule, is not allowed in the IGFA world record registration.
Oh, man.
I wouldn't got that, so okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm just telling you. Fun fact for you.
I didn't know that. Wow.
They shot it in the head twice, and that disqualified it from being a world record.
Which sounds wild, but
it's
that used
still
to be
highly
like
controversial that it was even legit anyway. Right?
A lot of people thought there was
69
sand,
pounds. That's
sand in that
insane.
fish. A lot of people
Exactly. Well, yeah, there was a bunch of monkeys registered around that time frame that were all highly controversial. So, but anyways, okay. This Wisconsin city is known as the toilet paper capital of the world.
Sobi should get this one over me.
I'm gonna just go with Wausau.
God damn it.
If I'm right, I'll laugh so hard.
You're like, I just feel like it's Wausau.
I feel like it's Wausau. That's just because that's where Honor's from.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with Green Bay because they're all trash.
The correct answer is Green Bay. Actually.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my gosh, Bart is dominating me, dude. He is absolutely just owning me. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And I did it as a joke.
Oh my gosh. I went to school here. I used
Never
to-
resided in Wisconsin.
Oh man. I used to buy resident fishing licenses.
All right. We'll do that. Okay. Which Wisconsin county has the most shoreline out of any other county in the United States with over 250 miles?
Me? Can I go first?
Yeah, you go first. Yep.
Oh, ooh. Yeah, Vilas.
Sobi. Which Wisconsin county has the most shoreline of any county in the United States?
I gotta go with Vilas.
It's either that or my backup answer. I will still take
Correct.
it as being wrong, but my backup answer was Door.
The correct answer is Door County.
Fuck.
Oh my gosh, I should have guessed Door County.
Yeah. I
Okay.
just was hoping that there was.
You are
enough
not
in that
doing
count.
well in this game. Just so
I need to go.
I should have went with Door, but I was like, God, there's so many lakes up in Vilas. But
Okay. Let's go with the Wisconsin DNR claims this number of species of fish in Wisconsin waters.
What?
Is
How
this
many species of fish? Yeah, we'll do a closest without going over. Closest without going over. How many species?
which one of
fish?
us is first?
Sobi goes first.
This many species of fish, so I'm guessing a number.
You're guessing a number, and the number is relative to what the DNR claims as
You can't have the don't have the if you go over statement in there, because otherwise I'm just gonna shaft him.
Okay,
gonna
Just
say-
in terms of a
closest.
competitive, just in terms
Yeah.
of
okay,
a competitive thing.
closest overall.
Because
Closest
I
overall.
could make sure I win it,
right.
or nobody gets a point.
Unless he gets it right.
Yeah, true.
Something is screaming to me. Give me a second.
And I will say this includes native and non-native fish.
And does this include Great Lake species, I assume, and like minnows?
Yes.
Okay.
26.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 56.
Okay. But Bart wins. Neither one of you are close.
Because it's got to be like 100
The
something.
correct
but
answer is 160.
Yeah, I just lowballed it because I was like, I know I'm gonna win this.
Yeah.
You thought there's 26 fish species? I can name
I guess they
26
they
fish
counted
species.
minnows and stuff too. Okay.
Fish.
I can
in general.
I can probably name more than 26 species off the top of my head right
Go.
now. Sobi.
Go.
Walleye, muskie, bluegill, perch, black crappie, white crappie, burbot, whitefish, tullaby, cisco. Did I say muskie already?
Yeah.
Okay. Yellow perch, rock bass, spot tail shiner, golden shiner, sauger, sog-eye, big mouth buffalo, common carp. What am I at right now?
I think 19.
Okay. Honestly, the harder problem here is I'm running out of what I've said.
Yeah, we
Burbot,
could have kept track.
no,
This is way more fun.
bowfin.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, largemouth bass, smallmouth bass.
Mm.
I said crappies. We'll go. Did I say bluegill, pumpkin seed?
Said that. Maybe not.
I did say pumpkin seed, green sunfish. Fathead, minnow, obviously. We'll go with creek chub.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go with the channel catfish, a flathead catfish. I gotta be over 26 now.
You're close, I think.
Yeah,
Either way, yeah.
Either way, I proved my point.
Yeah. I don't know why. I honestly in my brain, I was
let's
like,
go to the Great Lakes. Brown trout, lake trout, steelhead, rainbow trout.
what's the correct answer again?
Lake.
160.
That's incredible.
I think.
I mean, they over 160, but they claim 160.
Pink, I think the by far more incredible part of this is you said, what is all freshwater fish species in Wisconsin? And I said, does this include the Great Lakes and minnows? And you said yes. And Sobi went 26.
Like
I was
fairly
thinking,
confidently.
I was thinking like not Great Lakes. I was not thinking Great Lakes. I'm thinking like
I feel like the bulk of them are not even in the Great Lakes.
Dude, there's more than 26 species on Lake Minnetonka.
probably.
Like
I just shot it out there, buddy. It was a gut feeling,
Hey,
dude. It was a gut
shooting
feeling
from the hip.
It was a gut feeling. I was like 26.
Remind me. Okay, Pink, put this as a reminder. This is your responsibility for my bachelor party. At one point in time when Sobi says I have a gut feeling, we don't do that.
Okay. Noted.
I was so far under.
I got a gut feeling we should do this. Nope. Exact opposite, actually.
Crossing that off.
I was so far under. How many fish you got in your live well, son? 26. You have 160 crappies in your live well.
Oh my god. Okay.
You said 26. Were you thinking of the daily possession limit of panfish in Wisconsin?
I literally thought Bart was just going to say 27.
Well, that's the thing. I just at least was like 56 was in my brain, and I was like, whatever. I'll just say like that, but I don't think
as well.
That's right.
And I'm like, damn, that's a lot, dude. If you really think about it, 50 is a lot of species. But then it's not like.
And then I just spilled out at least 25 to 30 of them in a minute. I didn't even get the hard ones.
Next question.
Okay, next question. All right, this should be a layup. This fish,
you got a good feeling, Sophie?
Oh,
Yeah, I got a gut feeling.
You want to just answer before I even say it?
You're gonna give this one to me? Are you gonna be kind and give me the first shot at this?
This fish is the state fish of Wisconsin.
You should know this one, Sobi. I don't think I actually am going to get this one right, but you live there.
State fish of Wisconsin. Just frozen. Come on with it.
Or me? I thought Bart's up first.
Oh, I can go first. I'll say
okay.
I'll say it's a muskie.
Sobi.
I have to guess something different because I just need. I'll go with. It's the muskie.
It is. It is the muskie. Yes.
It's a muskie.
I'll guess something different. It's a muskie.
Oh my god!
I was waiting for him to say something because I wanted him to be like yellow perch, or just we got in his head there, and he's like, "It's got to be a Great Lakes one. Is it the whitefish?"
Yeah, right. Okay. All right. Let's see. So we got 2 left, I believe. 2 left. Okay. Here we go.
Don't call it a comeback.
This is the big one. This is the 3-parter. Possibility for 3 points here.
Does Sobi still have 0 points? Or no, he got one.
Got the muskie.
Okay,
You got the muskie.
Gotcha.
I have him down for 2, so we got something else. Oh, because you both got. Oh no, Bart got Green Bay.
Yeah, I got Green Bay.
I said Wassa, but I was feeling Green Bay in my.
So you
heart.
have 1. It's 1-2.
Yeah, wait,
Wow.
2? I have 3.
How do you have 3? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Bart has 3. I have 1.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
I was like, I know I have 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
Green
3-1.
Bay,
3-1.
Muskie, and
Yeah,
Walleye.
no BS. It's 3-1.
Okay. Score.
I would have. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, 3-1. Okay. So this is a big swing here. 3-part answer. You have to answer all 3, and this will be the species,
Oh my.
the weight, and the bait it was caught on.
Oh my gosh.
Live bait, not a lure, the bait that was used to capture this fish. The largest fish ever caught on rod and reel. Largest fish ever caught. Approximately weighed this much and was caught on what bait? So you need the species that it was, the closest person on the weight, and then the bait.
So the species, I'm going to go lake sturgeon.
In the world.
Oh, in the world? Oh, shit. Okay, never.
Biggest fish in the world.
Okay, sorry. I thought we were on Wisconsin.
I should have clarified.
I thought we were on Wisconsin.
This is freshwater, saltwater?
Global.
This is
whole world.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, let's pare it down. Yes, saltwater. Okay. Largest fish ever caught.
I just don't know any saltwater species.
Oh man.
You know this species.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not going to remember it.
It's big.
Yeah, but I can't, dude. You tell me like 80 different saltwater species. I'll be like, this one's small, this one's big. I don't know.
Yes, but like this ant, like if you get this wrong, you're gonna be mad at yourself.
I don't think. Okay, well,
this is not a mammal; it's a fish.
Correct. Yes.
So it's not a whale.
No, it is a fish. Yes.
And the bait it was caught on, the live bait.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I legitimate ad.
All right, let's start with the first part. Species. Take a shot at it. You both get 1 shot here. And I will divulge whether you're correct or not before we go to part 2. So you're
I'm gonna go bluefin tuna.
Okay. Sobi?
Is that a big fish? That's a big fish, right?
I mean, yeah, it is a big fish, yes.
Okay. At least I got that.
I will.
People are screaming right now.
Give me a minute. Let me drink a little bit of Baffle.
Oh boy.
I got a gut.
Can I change mine?
I got a gut feeling.
You can change it while he's drinking the Baffle.
Okay, I'm gonna go to shark. Is it tiger shark the really big one? No. What's the really big shark?
Well, I can't answer the
Sobi,
question.
do you want to share this point and we'll just try to do it together?
Oh my God.
I got this in the bag, son.
Okay,
All right,
I'll stick
so
with
Bart-
my bluefin tuna.
All right, stick
that's
with
fine.
bluefin tuna. Okay.
Yeah.
Sobi? Googling.
No,
You
want to
whittling?
do another
What is
roast session to buy yourself some time?
I'm gonna do freaking Goliath grouper.
Oh, large fish. The correct answer is great white shark.
God damn it!
That's a mammal.
No, it's not. That's a
No, it's
fish.
not.
Are you?
It's a fish.
God.
No.
I don't know why I said tiger shark. That's what I was trying to think of. But
Yeah,
yeah, I'm an
yeah,
idiot.
yeah.
Once again, not a saltwater guy.
Okay, so now that we are aware of the species, the next part of this is the closest person to the weight of it. This is the largest fish ever caught and documented. What did it weigh?
Sobi, you go first because I guess fish first.
2,146 pounds.
I'm gonna write that down. 2,146 pounds. Okay. Bart?
I'm going to take the over. So 2,147 pounds.
Okay. The correct answer is 2,664 pounds.
That's pretty close. That was for me.
I was
close.
going to guess 2,500 for the record, but then I was like, well, I can actually chef.
Okay, so Bart scores one there. Now, what was the bait of choice to catch the largest fish ever recorded?
I mean, if you ask a walleye guy, it was probably a night crawler, right?
Jig and min.
Jig and a crawler.
Quarter ounce, baby.
Oh God.
This was actually intriguing to me when I found this out. So
this is terrible podcasting right now.
It really is so bad. No one's listening to this. Yeah, we lost everyone.
We did. I have no idea. I don't know. I'll throw
Give it a shot. Give it a shot.
Dolphin.
Okay, Sobi.
I'm gonna go with herring.
Herring. Correct answer is dolphin. Correct answer. There you go. With the
Give
Hail
that,
Mary.
Sobi.
Bart has Chat GPT pulled up. I know he does.
Yeah. For sure.
Oh my gosh,
We'll get him on the
incredible.
We'll get him on the polygraph. Okay, so this is the final one. Final answer here, boys. And Bart is running away with this, so it's tough. But 500 to 700 million of these are sold as bait annually.
500 to 700 million.
Yes, are sold each year as bait. What are they?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go nightcrawler.
Okay, Sobi.
Shrimp.
Shrimp. Correct answer is night crawlers. Night crawlers. Incredible.
Bart is AI. Bart is AI.
Wow.
Bart is AI.
You, Sobi.
Bart is
Scoreboard.
AI.
Scoreboard. Sobi on the board with 1. Bart finishes it out with 6 points.
I think Hunter would have been really proud of me for that one. He walked away with a lot of 1v1s in his day.
That was
He did.
Normally
He's a very good player. Very good player.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Cody Hunter. You're doing God's work out there, man.
Yeah. Hope to hear from you soon. Okay. That was what I had for that. But wow. Yeah, there was the struggle bus. I really didn't think it was going to be that hard. But yeah, we made it through, Well done, boys. Well done.
That was a good one. It's always intriguing. That one was just very difficult.
It was. I think
Bart's like, that was difficult. I just knew all the answers. What? Like how?
I do think if Eric would have been on, you would have been in trouble.
Oh yeah, he would have got all of them. Mm-hmm. I will say honestly, Sobi, I emphatically knew one of those answers. The rest of them I just shot from the hip.
I straight up knew the Wisconsin fish was a muskie, and that was it.
Okay, sorry. 2 I felt really good on was walleye and muskie. The other 4 shot from the hip.
Yeah. Wow.
Dang.
Yeah. Dude, can you even use a dolphin for bait anymore? Is that even legal?
Probably not. That's
Probably
why I
not.
was like, yeah, it was probably dolphin.
Yeah, it was.
So savage.
It was. Damn.
Dang.
Love it. Did
Fun,
you have
fun
anything?
stat on that.
Yeah, it's a fun stat.
Just-
How big was a dolphin?
I don't know about the dolphin, but it only took them 50 minutes to get that fish to the boat.
What?
How long is
Where
great
was it
white
caught?
that big?
Huh?
How long was it?
I don't know if they had the length. Let me look real quick.
That's a freaking hog. You imagine you reeling a 2,500-pound great white.
I feel like you just kind of drive it around until you reel in slack, you know. You probably don't really reel it in.
So it does not show the length, but it was caught in 1959 in Australia.
I believe
2,664 pound great white. Alfred Dean, shout out Alfred Dean, hammer.
Wow.
Anyway, if anybody's got the stats on this fish, hit us in the DMs. That's what I got for 1v1, boys.
Dang, I like it.
Good one.
That was good.
Work. All right. Well, did we have anything else?
Yeah, I mean, unless we were going to talk some more shit.
I think you guys, you got to give. I mean, I have just been roasted for my punishment I didn't do, and then I roasted Eric Hottie. At least give Eric one roast. Give him one roast to end this.
Should we just give Sobi a roast?
I didn't stand anyone up. I've been here. I only took 2 pee breaks.
You didn't stand anyone up. You stood up your punishment for 8 months.
This has been a PB.
You stood up PTB Nation. Okay.
We're getting you back for that. So would you rather us roast you or no roast at all?
Roast Hadia. Roast Hadia with one roast.
You know what? I'm canceling that check right now.
Cancel it.
I'm doing it right here. Get on the bank.
He stood up the boys.
Incredible. You know what? Everyone let him know right now. You made it to the end of this. You're on our team.
We should tell him to comment something kind of funny, though, that doesn't fully give it away.
I think you go to any of his posts and just comment PTB. Go to
just
any of his
nerd.
posts.
Put that.
And say you smell like fish eggs.
Just comment that's a nice looking bluegill on every post.
Or just hashtag PTB.
Get it done.
Done. Just go comment something with hashtag PTB.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I'm gonna go watch 39 Hours right now. It's gonna make me smile.
I feel motivated.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for listening. We promise we've got more guests coming down the docket. They may or they may not ghost us. We don't know. But we're bringing hot fire. Thank you to each and every one of you who has listened. You've really helped the pod grow a lot, like past couple months, and it's been fun. It's been really fun. We're going to try to keep the momentum rolling all summer long. And this is like when the stories get good. We've got Bart's bachelor party coming up here soon. We've got Tourney Tuesdays. We've got fishing adventures. We've got a lot on the docket. So stay tuned, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
And the vendetta of Eric Hadia is to come.
Yeah, we'll get him back.
Ready.
Okay. Since definitely Eric's not going to listen to this all the way to the end, do we invite him back on and then immediately kick him out and then bring in another guest? I think yes. I think that's a yes for sure. Dude,
or do we just have him on for single shot?
Yep, absolutely.
Let me just we got
we announce him and everything, and then we ask him one question, and then Bart boots him into the back studio of the StreamYard. That's a yes. That's happening. Tell me right now, Bart, your game.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. So look for an episode in the future where we have him on for hopefully less than 15 seconds.
We need to bring back single shot. That was a phenomenal segment. That was a very good segment.
And we're not going to key him in on any of this. I want him to be confused. I want him to sit down, make time for this, and then whoosh, we shoot him right out in 15 seconds. He'd be like, and then we ghost mode him.
We need to make sure they're really basic questions too. Not like dive into it, just like how many years you been guiding?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Okay.
Eric, we're gonna go around the horn with just one question here really quick, and we do it, and then
I love it. I love it.
I love it.
All right. Well, thank everyone for listening all the way to the end. This was a fun one. Still the number one outdoor podcast in the world. I have no concerns that we're going to bring the heat coming up here. We got a lot of stuff happening, like Sobi just said. And until next time, you just listened to another episode of Pass the Barb. We'll see you on the next one.